bowling.
Hello and welcome to the Colin Maiden Park for a great day of T20 cricket. We have Parnell taking on AUCC and together we have Pani Hero and Shovik Nadi from Auckland Cricket here today, and hopefully we'll be joined with a few more players from both the Parnell and the University boys.
Thanks, Shovik. It's great to be here at Colin Maiden. It's always a great ground to come view cricket at, and we should be in for a pretty good game today with several familiar faces donning the Peaches colours today.
That's right. Spin to start off with, bit of left arm orthodox.
This is Jeet Patel. Yeah, he's taken quite a few wickets this summer already. So interesting move to start him up first over in a T20.
We saw that last time as well when we were up in the past at Colin Maiden Park. Punny?
Yeah, a fair bit. Probably 4 or 5 years ago. Aces were down here quite regularly. And I remember a final here where I think Michael Bates took 3 wickets in the first over. And probably sealed victory in a final, which was fantastic.
Fantastic. Yeah, I remember there was one of the, which one was it? I think it was the HRV Cup during that time, and I remember your brother hitting a scoop just to get one of the winning runs. I think it was against Canterbury.
No, I don't remember that.
I can't remember.
No, I can't remember that.
Ronnie Hero just getting a scoop, and I think it was to Andrew Ellis. Yeah, it's great memories, great ground.
I believe the Aces are back here for a Ford Trophy game this season too. So.
Ford Trophy and Plunkett Shield.
And
the
a
last
Plunkett
one.
Shield, yeah.
That's right. So, plenty of cricket at Colin Maiden ahead.
But now we've got University versus Parnell. So.
That's right.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, very yourself, you.
Oh, that's a quick single. It's good running between the wickets there. University, quite a young side this year. A few changes from last summer. Finn Allen, obviously the most notable sort of move from University through to suburbs. And yeah, full of energy, these guys.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Also under the leadership of Nick Stobart for the first season as captain, so he's performed pretty well, and he's led from the front with the ball and sometimes even with the bat. So he's doing a good job. And Uni, they've had a reasonable start to the season. They'll probably have liked a couple more wins, but there's still plenty of action to come today and after Christmas.
That's right. Oh, see a big hoik straight to the keeper.
Yeah, Ben Horn's in pretty good form. I think he scored 250s so far in the 2020 comp, and I think they might have both been unbeaten as well. So he's certainly one to watch today.
That's right. Quite a few bowling captains this time. Yeah, so we have Nick Stobart, and then obviously Hamish from Grafton.
Got his own fan club, that man, isn't he?
That's right.
Hamish
last
Robertson.
time we had about Hamish Robertson in a fan club consisting of about 7 or 8 people. So they had the Hamish Robertson, the photos that we did, the headshot, the back of their shirts, and it was great to see a bit of local support for the guys
And the fellas.
and the fellas and the lads. As we
It's
have
been
Ben Hornet, as they say.
Yeah, we've got a few
Hornet
Bens
Junior.
in the action at the moment. Ben Ray at the non-strikers end. Ben Hawkes running in now.
Oh, as he tries for a scoop and just misses it.
Pretty reasonable start from Hawkes, actually. He's kept them tied down and is one ball away from getting away with a really good over here.
Got a pretty stacked Parnell team today, featuring 4 of the aces. Corey Anderson, obviously Ben Horn, Mark Chapman and Will Somerville. So that should be plenty of firepower in the Parnell ranks. And as Horn just goes straight over...
One bounce.
4 over long off. Horn, as you said, back a few great innings and just carries on his form. Some spin again, and it's a leading edge straight to cover.
That's Ben Ray.
Ben Ray, that's the end of Ben Ray.
Who we got now? It's a lot like Mark Chapman, number 28.
Number 28, Mark Chapman. Here we go.
Yeah, just look to push it through to the onside there for a single and
Just the leading
edge flew to cover.
Again, spin doing the trick early on. As Chappie comes into bat. The aces pair now in the middle. Ben Horn and Mark Chapman.
Yeah, they would have done a lot of batting together over the years, these two.
Mark Chapman, obviously, this season started off with his SQ brand, which has gone quite viral, I would say, with all the cricketers. David Warner, most notably, so his debut score with the SQ was 300. How much did he end up on? The 320. Yeah, that
300 and plenty, I think it was.
328, I believe.
But
328 not out.
absolutely flying out the door. SQ Sports at the moment. So
Does he have the SQ on today?
I believe he does. He got a little white one on.
Yeah, there you go. Matthew Wade might have wanted a SQ
Yeah.
the other day.
I don't think it goes with his tactic there of just taking on the body and staring down Wagner, though.
That's right. It has to be one of the most bizarre set of overs there, and the tactics just behind that. Yeah. Anyway, back to the cricket at Colin Maiden Park. Mark Chapman just looking to get his eye in.
No surprise that spins come on and been quite effective early on. It looked quite dry out there. It is a used wicket, and the groundsman's had a pretty hard week with weather trying to get it up for today. So it looks a good wicket, but it will probably be suited to spin and slow bowlers.
It's nicely played. No run, straight to mid-off. Yeah, the weather's been pretty kind to us during the community cricket this season so far. So I don't think we've had too many washouts thus far. So we had plenty of rain this week, but the only 2 days when it really mattered, we had plenty of cricket. So that's fantastic stuff from the weather gods.
Yeah, unfortunately the Aces haven't had the same such
right.
luck with. I think it's 13 out of 20 days so far, rain interrupted or affected. So hopefully they'll get a good period of weather over Christmas and the New Year, where they'll be taking on
It's a nice looking shot there,
a
but
couple of New Year's doubleheaders with the Hearts at the Eden Park Outer Oval.
That's right. And the first doubleheader back on tomorrow at Seddon Park with the Aces and Hearts going back to back. So Hearts against Spirit and Aces with the Knights. Should be a very good encounter tomorrow. Punny, would you be heading down there?
Questionable at this stage, but we'll see what happens.
Good stuff. You can catch it on Sky either way.
Slightly delayed. Which the viewers don't get.
Just joined in now at the moment with Ollie Pringle. Ollie, how's it going?
Yeah, all good. Good day at Colin Maiden here. Sun's out. Boys are out in the middle. Going to put in a shift, I think.
That's right. Swan it flicks through to fine leg for a single. Just signals. Is that a signal to you, Ollie?
No, definitely not. Oh, scoreboard.
Just a scoreboard.
Unavailable.
How's it going for you guys? Ollie, obviously a great start to the campaign this season.
Yeah.
Pretty much unbeaten.
Yeah.
It is unbeaten.
It
yeah,
is unbeaten.
that's right.
9 from 9 so far, touch wood. Yeah, the boys have been going well, playing some good cricket. Everyone kind of knows their role and happy to do it for the fellas, so
Looks like a close call that.
never out.
Never.
Can't be given out.
It's good running. We'll keep it at that.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I knew he was in. Yeah, no, the boys have started well. A few boys chipped in here and there. Farney kicked us off pretty well with the ball early on in the season, and a few boys have done it with the bat as well. So looking to keep the momentum going into Christmas and have a couple of weeks off and back into it in the new year.
And on a personal note, how's the season gone for you as well with the bat and ball?
Oh, ups and downs, I guess, this year. Probably,
Couple of good scores, mate.
yeah,
Take
you're
it.
going all right, but you always want to be doing more. Want to be doing more batting probably than bowling. Getting to my age now, struggling away a bit, but
As we see a very nice looking shot here through the covers. Chappie special that.
if in doubt, over the top.
That's right.
Yeah, looking forward to the couple of weeks off over Christmas. Put the feet up. Do not a lot really.
What are you doing for New Year's? Are you coming down to the Super Smash games?
Oh,
30 December and
didn't-
1st of Jan.
Didn't even know there was cricket on, mate. To be honest,
Come on, mate.
I'll be I'll either be on the couch watching something. Cricket stiffy, but
Cricket's
yeah,
different, that's right.
we'll see how we go.
Oh, that's a great. Oh, that is straight to mid off.
Extremely close to swearing live into the microphone there, but that's all right.
It's a tough one to take that, but great grab from the fielder at mid off.
Bloody good shot too, to be fair, but if you hit it that high, you can be out.
That's right. Absolutely creamed that, didn't he?
Here we go.
Never mind. Here we go. The next person walking in,
Next hard-hitting left-hander batter. Here we go. Big C. Anderson.
Corey Anderson. His third game for the Peaches this year? Second or third?
Yes.
Must be that.
Second or third game. I think he played at Cornwall. One-day game.
Yeah.
A little while ago.
That was his Jeff Crow Cup debut, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Sure was.
Would be his T20 debut today for the Peaches.
I believe so. Could be completely wrong, to be honest, but
He didn't play last week, did he? Only one round.
no, he didn't play Thursday. So yeah, it'd be good to see these boys dig us out of a little kind of situation here. Probably bat for another 10 overs, so these two hopefully. And
University putting on a good start at the moment, so 17 for 2. As we see skipper Nick Stobart leading from the front here. Picking up a wicket up in his first over.
Ashford Nala,
Ashford Nala.
here he is. Needs a little bit of sun cream on top of that dome, I think. looking a bit thin up top.
Ash.
Maybe an option to bowl with the lid on.
Played a bit of cricket with Ash in the last few years. Well, a few years ago anyway, when he was playing for Pookie.
Yep. Spent a season out in Pookie.
Yeah, so. Oh, that's turn 2. And Parnell in all sorts of trouble here. 17 for 3. As Ben Horn goes hold off to mid-off.
Chipping on to mid-off there. Probably, yeah.
As we see skipper Brad Rodden.
Yep, steady the ship, Rodders.
Steady the
Here
ship.
he comes. A great man.
This would be a key partnership now.
Yeah, definitely. Still got a few boys that can hold the old stick, but these two here, quite level-headed, I think. So rein it back in a bit. And
What number are you
take it
batting
over.
today?
Oh, I'll be down the end somewhere, down the bottom, hiding away in the short format stuff. I think this year.
A few biggies in the last 5. That's the plan.
Hey, oh yeah, we're trying to just get that on ball really nowadays.
So,
Don't get too carried away, but leave it up to the guys that can clear the rope consistently, I think.
right, we could be in for a team hat trick now. 2 and 2.
And we could be in for a not team hat trick, hopefully. Yeah, I'm still extremely concerned about Ash Vodnala's head here. The sun is quite bright, but we'll leave him to it.
It's good cricket all around there. Good bit of fielding, good bowling, and well played as well for the first ball.
There we go. That's what you want.
As you see, Ash chatting to Nick for perhaps a field change.
Possibly asking how many people he can have outside the boundary line to retrieve the ball. Take positives from it, I think.
That's right. As we just see, backward point, pretty much a gully sort of region, coming down to another mid-wicket. So we've got 2 mid-wicket, covers in place at the moment. So short cover and normal cover position for Corey Anderson. Ash Vodnala, he would be looking to turn the ball away from Corey Anderson, so maybe a slip could have been handy in this sort of situation.
Yeah, definitely could on this wicket early on, I think, to a left-hander coming around the wicket. Looks
Yeah.
like it'll be gripping a little bit.
It's well bowled
See
again.
there, just probably a little bit of grip, but I guess you've got to go with the default sometimes and put deep mid-wicket in straight away to a lefty, but
Yeah, the minute. Yeah.
Next to Buzz.
This isn't this
To
cricket,
continue for another over.
though. Although it looks like the subcontinent out there.
Well, the Steelers singer, that's good running. Putting pressure on the fielder.
yeah, I think that's one thing that you can control as a batter is looking to push the fielders around a bit, control that, control that, puts a bit of pressure on the fielding team.
That's right.
Frustrate the bowler a little bit. Bowling to lefty and righty.
Ollie P, you might have to shoot off soon. Got the coach, the orders from the coach.
Yeah, hopefully not too soon. Hopefully in another 10 overs, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, could be required to chuck the boards on and block a couple.
No wide.
No, early changes of pace. I think looks the key here. Maybe a little offie or a leggy there from Nick.
Looks like a bit of a two-pace wicket.
Yeah, I think pace off is going to be the key today.
Got Will Somerville in the ranks, so hopefully be a crucial 4 overs from Dad.
Yeah. The big man will be he's chomping at the bit, I think, to get out there today and turn a few, rag it around, and maybe pick up another few poles for the Mighty Peaches.
Very good start this from University in their home ground.
Yeah.
As we see Corey Anderson, that's the Corey Anderson special, that. Straight down the wicket.
Yeah. I probably would have hit the deck a bit quicker than Nick did just then, actually. As soon as the ball was released and he was running at me, I would have been probably running away.
It's a long way to retrieve the ball, that. If you can hit it there, you might as well make the fielders do the lap.
Yeah, do some work.
That's right.
Yeah, interesting option here with deep screw and deep cover out. It's kind of hedging your bets either way, but he's pushed the boys back onto the circle here, so singles are fairly pinchable.
That's right. What's your favourite memory from playing at Colin Maiden Park over the past few years, Ollie?
Favourite memory?
Anything that sort of sticks out with the bat or the ball?
Oh, definitely had a few shockers out here with the bat, to be fair. Yeah, but I don't know, really. There's been a few games out here, actually. Playing it when I was at Papatoa, ended up having the last game of the season here 2 years in a row, I think. So that was interesting. It was a season where I played as a batter and was pushing for 1,000 runs in the last game and managed that somehow, but had a few stinkers. Definitely had a few stinkers. I was told to stay away from the covers this morning because 3 years ago, the last game of the season, I was a little bit too eager to get the covers off. There's still water in them, I didn't realise, and soaked the whole edge of the pitch, and the game was called off. So probably best remembered for that. But yeah, there's been a few good battles out here. The University boys got up over us last year on the Dust Bowl and the one day comp as well. So it's been interesting out here. Mixed bag.
All great stuff, Ollie. See a bit of a momentum shift with that.
Hates a bomb. I think it was about 55 in them last season. That's probably a world record in club cricket anywhere, ever. But
he goes for another one.
He's
got
a taste of it. He's got a taste of it. And once he starts going, as they say, 6 from the moment hit the bat.
T20 cricket, things change so quickly. It's just a matter of 2 or 3 balls, and all of a sudden the pressure's back on the University bowlers now.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's people that can deal with that sort of pressure the best. Things are going well at the start, but now is probably the crucial time. Over 6 to probably 12 or 14, you've really got to look to consolidate a bit and pinch those 1s and 2s. Big field.
Straight to mid-wicket. Last one, Corey Anderson. Corey Anderson on 5 and Brad Rodden on 10. 10 of 6, Brad Rodden.
There you go.
Might be a white ball.
Little free one.
Take those all day.
Yeah, definitely makes it a lot easier on the batter when you chuck one down the leg side, but see here, 32 off 5 overs is all right. It's probably the wickets column that would be looking to bring back a bit, or hold off on adding to.
Over the top edge, but it's safe. It's just short of the fielder and short fine leg.
Looked like a little bit of a leg spinner, that one. Little front of the hand, no. Could
He
be
does
wrong, probably am wrong, but...
He does bowl a few of those.
There we go. Yeah, so I think it looks like the boys have definitely got a plan here. Definitely looking to rotate and then waiting for that over pitch one that's a bit flatter probably. Just looking to hit with the wind from right to left as we're looking here.
Interesting times over in Australia. So the first practice got called off due to heat, extreme heat.
Yeah.
For the Black Caps, just ahead of the Boxing Day Test preparations.
Yeah, interesting one. I probably would, definitely be encouraging it to be called off if I was over there trying to...
50 degrees Celsius.
Yes, yep, so you wouldn't find me really even thinking about leaving the hotel. I'd probably be, having a cold shower if it was that hot. But, it's part of the job, I guess, so...
That's right. After 7 overs, Parnell 36 for 3.
36 for 3 and a little change of bowling. Left arm seamer of Caleb Jasmat, I believe it is, with his white sleeves on, which I have a big thing against, unfortunately. But that's all right. I'm not the umpire.
Why are you against it?
Oh look, it's just a bit of a
the white ball with the white,
white sleeves. Why
Fair
would
enough.
you not dip them in some ink or food colouring or something like that? Make them blue. I don't know. Just
happy with that during the Headley Howarth and the Tom Hillabies?
Yeah, absolutely, go for it. Playing white clothing.
Red ball's
so,
fine. Okay.
Yeah. It's just it's me being old-fashioned, I guess, but.
Corey Anderson just picks up a single from straight to long off.
Yeah, I think they've definitely switched back on a bit here and not looking to play too many big shots unless it's definitely there in their areas, I think. Watching.
He's got a Wayne Parnell type action, doesn't he? It's just a
a little bit. Yeah, just a steady little approach to the crease, nice and smooth through it. I think.
Even the build-ups and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just from here, it looks a lot like Wayne Parnell. Yeah. The South African fast bowler.
I'm sure he'd be happy to have a career like Wayne.
Playing a lot of cricket over in England at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
County cricket.
I think he's with Worcester on a Colpack deal now, so
That's right.
another one signed up for probably 15 years or something on a Colpack deal of lock him in and keep him over there. But a bit of a shame for South Africa, but boys got to look after themselves, I guess, nowadays.
South African cricket probably in a rebuilding stage at the moment with a completely new system on board. So Mark Boucher, the head coach.
Yeah, completely mixed it up. I think everyone that played in the Test team probably 10 years ago is involved in some way or another.
That's right. Callis, I think, is a consultant.
Yeah, batting consultant.
Yeah.
Graham Smith in charge. Mark Boucher in charge as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they go. If a fresh approach and a fresh set of eyes and ears, I guess, and ideas will change things up for them.
As we see Jasmine bowling 2 back-to-back wides here. Not ideal, but that's much better. That's where you want it to be. And straight to the cover fielder. Parnell 39 for 3 after 7.2. 7.3 now. What would be a good score from here, Ollie?
Oh, look. Probably 270 would be ideal, but I think we'll maybe be pushing the boat out a bit there with 270. So I think, 7-8 overs.
Yeah.
40 for 3, bat quite low actually today, minus probably myself in the pinch hitting, hard hitting role. So we 40 off 8, probably looking to get 140, 150 is probably defendable, I think, with our attack. It's positive, but I think everyone can clear the ropes that's yet to bat. So we don't really put too many targets on before we go out and bat. Kind of play the situation and then leave it up to the boys out there to do their thing, which is quite a good way to go about it, I feel, rather than putting numbers out there too early. It's in the batters' heads and start playing slightly differently than you would normally. But I think, yeah, probably 140, 150 from here on this track with our attacks, probably in a big field as well. So if you're smart enough with your field placements and where you're bowling, then it should be enough to defend as Corey Anderson makes some serious access down to fine leg. Yeah, Summers in. Oh. Who's this?
After 8 overs, Parnell 43 for 3 now.
Just noticed a little comment there on the side from Kiani Boy 88. Hi, and talk someone. Well, we are talking now, so hello. Anything more from you would be muchly appreciated. Yeah, the boys steady the ship a bit here. Corey and Brad doing a good job. Got not too sure what this bloke's name is, but here, I think he's the overseas player for these boys this year, I believe, from Durham. As we do some research to find out what his name is, sorry. But Graham Clark. Absolutely clueless, sorry.
Good ball to start off either way.
Yeah, little slower Yorker looked like. Another change of pace there.
Nice looking shot there from Corey Anderson.
Looking to push 2. Yeah, so I think these boys have definitely realised what the best way to go is here, and I think it's definitely pace off the ball as much as possible. Probably more so from this end as the wind's going right to left.
Hawks it is. You're right.
Oh, Hawks, I was completely wrong. I said Graham Clark, I don't know why. He's not even at Durham. That's all right.
It's a good ball there.
Yeah.
Steals another single there, Corey Anderson.
Yeah, good cricket. Good.
Keeps the score ticking along.
Yeah, good smart cricket.
How you going over there, Frank?
As we see a replacement in the commentary box here, Ollie Pringle has gone to put the pads on, and we see him replaced by Auckland Aces Ben Horn. Hornet, how's it going?
Vic. Yeah, good thanks, mate, good thanks. Bit better now, we've got a little bit of partnerships going. And I'll just be clear, Pring definitely hasn't gone to put the pads on, he's been absolutely binned off the comm box, and I'll be a suitable replacement. So the lads going pretty well at the moment, after 3 early wickets in the power play. Good to have a bit of a partnership for the guys, the senior statesmen, if you will, and Rods and Corey out in the middle. Good to have Corey spending some time in the middle with the Piaches. Loves putting on the maroon kit. And no big stalwart at the other end than Brad Rodden. How are you going, Vic?
Good, mate, good. Yeah, fantastic day out at Colin Maiden. How's it been with the Peaches lately? So you've obviously put on the scores?
Yeah, it's been really good, mate. The lads are still unbeaten, actually. So we're going well.
Cleared. Brad Rodden.
And Roddens has just had a maxi. That's so nice.
That's the second one for Brad Rodden today. Second one for the Parnell Peaches. Here we go.
But yeah, the lads have been going well. We've been pretty simple in our plans. We've executed well. Top order's done a good job. And if the top order hasn't done well, then we've really shipped up at the bottom. We've got a strong middle order with a lot of hitting power, and it's just really great stuff to be around the guys. Love playing their cricket at the moment. But it's just one of those things now that we're still unbeaten. Every kind of game has that added pressure of maintaining the record. So today's no different. So yeah, we're looking forward to hopefully putting a big total on the board and really squeezing these guys when we come into the fielding situation later.
Fantastic. How's Westy been?
Westy?
Yeah,
Oh.
Ian West as a coach.
Shows up for warm-ups and then kind of just leaves for a little bit really, and then comes back at the end. But no, he's been great. Westy's obviously been in the high-performance program for a little while now. He's done the 17s and 19s Auckland teams for years, and then now he's got the A team with him. So he's quality, and it's really nice to have some good structure with our trainings and B kind of game days and good messages coming from the top. And obviously Brad Rollins is a big part of that as well, the skipper. So yeah, it's been really good. It's really nice just to come and slot back in and then kind of just go about my business without really having to think about it. You know, it's a train that just keeps moving, which is
More
great.
of a hands-off kind of coach?
Yeah, absolutely, and kind of is a resource if you need them, and has some good thoughts if you want them and you need them, but won't push those thoughts on you if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Wesley's been bloody good, and you know, gets around the guys socially as well. Really nice mix. And yeah, it's just been a really, really good move for hopefully both parties. It definitely has been from us. But yeah, I think he's really enjoyed it as well.
Fantastic stuff.
But yeah, the guy's ticking along well at the moment, up around that 6 and over. So hopefully we can launch in the last kind of 5 overs or so. Look to put a score of around
the 150 mark?
Yeah, 140 plus, 150, 160 would be bloody good, but yeah, 140 is defendable. It actually is a nice wicket. I think they've bowled pretty well, to be fair. We maybe came in a little bit too hot in the power play, but that's all right. Got good rotation going on at the moment, so it's great stuff. You know, we've got guys down the order as well, obviously.
That's right.
Leno coming in next, Aniket Parikh after that. Obviously, and then we've got guys like Ollie Pringle and Fani de Villiers, and then the dad, Will Somerville, who can hit a couple of maxis, a couple of bombs if need be later on.
Sure can. Test average of 36 as he keeps reminding us, I think.
He's nice. Arguably should be in that test team over there now. It's a position that he knows well, obviously, the Australian summer, spending years in Sydney, operating at the SCG. But yeah, hopefully he gets a call up and an opportunity soon. He definitely adds as much as the bat as any of the other guys. So yeah, he just needs to keep kind of trucking along, and I'm sure we'll see plenty from him later on.
As we see Ashford Nala continuing, and a bit of a leading edge that, but take the single.
So commentating for us or for that?
Ashford Nala has a pretty impressive season thus far, moving over from Pukekohe.
Yeah, I played a lot with him at Kings actually. He he went to Kings, and back then he was opening batter, bowled a little bit of offie kind of action. I think he's middle order now for uni, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that's right. Batting number 4 or 5.
Yeah, but he's obviously had a good season, and then he kind of went to. He's always ND growing up. Played Northern Districts, 17s and 19s, and that kind of thing. Actually made the paper team, New Zealand 17s. Had a great tournament that year. But he was more of an offie when he was playing like NDA, and he was batting down the order, bowling good off spin.
Who could bat a bit.
Yeah, and I think he's really worked back on his batting again.
Yeah.
So he's obviously genuine all-rounder now and going bloody well, which is good to see. He's a good guy. He's a really nice guy, Ash. Yeah, we've played a lot of cricket together. He's a really nice guy.
It's a young, energetic university side at the moment. With obviously Finn, that would be a big blow to them. Moving over to suburbs for this season. He's been great this season thus far, and bit of a fan club in the comments section.
Yeah, suburbs are... Go, Corey. Oh no, he's dropped it for 6. Unbelievable.
6.
And that's a maxi to Corey. How good. And the lads just keep mixing on. It was unfortunate for the university team, but we need that. I'm going to be massively biased here and say that. Thanks. That's good stuff for us.
We'll try and keep it neutral, and we'll get some of the university guys on board when they're batting as well.
All right, well, I can go one-eyed then. That's perfect stuff. But yeah, the university team, obviously, under Stobes as captain, Nick Stobart, young, energetic side, as you said. But yeah, Suburbs have been the beneficiary of quite a few of players coming across. Obviously, Blister and Finn, the two notables. But then Kyle Jameson has just selected to play for Suburbs, and then Carl Brunger's moved across from North Shore. So they've really mopped in the reinforcements this year and have a really nicely balanced team now. Obviously, KJ and Blister aren't playing a huge amount, but Finn's doing some really good stuff with the stick in hand, and now they've got Carl over there to help bolster their seam attack with the likes of Dev Rose and Michael Barry. Really nicely balanced team. Oh, Rods, he really wants to get a Maxi on board as well.
He's already got 2.
Yeah.
They're competing with one another now at the moment. So Corey Anderson with 1. Corey Anderson back to the run a ball. So he's
it's nice.
24 off 24. Brad Rodden 22 off 13.
It's a nice little launch pad that he's generated himself. It's good to have some time in the middle for Big Corey. Obviously been a bit light on cricket after injuring himself in the T10 and then a couple of rainouts in the Super Smash. Bang. Bugger. And just good for him to have a launch pad to be able to hit some bombs from later on, hopefully. So past the halfway stage now. 67 for 3. I think, 140, 150 plus. Definitely on the cards if these guys can drag it out another 5 overs or so.
It's a great partnership here at the moment. How has Corey been in the Auckland setup? Basically, you've obviously had a lot to do with him in the Aces setup, and then now obviously with the Peaches.
Sit down.
And
Bugger, as Rod pulls out. That's a shame. Just as he was going well. So he'll leave 23 off 14 with a couple of maxis in there. And now that brings Leno to the crease. But Corey's been really good around the group. I think he's really enjoying it. We've had, obviously, 3 guys come into the group with, him and Kyle, Jameson, and then obviously Louis, who's been around the setup but newly contracted this year. It's been good. It's been good, and I think the feedback from them has been good as well. It's a really supportive group of guys, very energetic vibe in the team, which is great. And I think, we just kind of go about our business, have a bit of a no-nonsense policy, no dickhead policy, and then everyone's happy.
And the new head coach, Heinrich Milan, how's he been?
Yeah, he's a great technician. He's really strong for us batters in terms of going about our business and making little tweaks and shifts to be able to hit balls in different areas. It's really helped me technically from a personal perspective with my batting. But yeah, he's good. He's come in and just kind of acknowledged that we've got a really good culture and let us kind of keep breeding that and left us to that, which has been great. And then really helped kind of the guys in terms of their mentality, the way to approach setting up your overs with the ball, and then when to target with the bat. So yeah, he's been really good.
Fantastic, and the results pretty much show for that team culture and especially with the batting lineup that we have. We've been obviously unlucky with the weather lately. So the first 3 games, 2 of them completely washed out, and a close finish in the outer oval and during the first game, chasing 213, just falling 7 short.
Yeah, it's been a shame, hasn't it? I'm sure the public will, want to have another look at our batting lineup, and it's been a bit frustrating for the guys that obviously we haven't been able to get out there and show our stuff. But tomorrow's a new day, and hopefully we can take down the Knights at their home patch under lights.
Seddon.
Yeah, back at the Seddon Park setup.
As we see, 11 overs bowled here, 69 for 4. Nice. Bit of
Mixed 9.
cheeky tag at ACC.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a really important period for both teams, I think. Next 4 to 5 overs could be pretty telling in us setting up a big total or maybe being knocked over. So big onus is on the Lars to really mix in.
As I see, it's Vodnala moving into his last over. Figures a 3 for 17 in his first 3. Picked up a wicket as well in the process.
He's bowled well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
I just wonder if
keeps
Corey's
it
going
nice
to
and
target
steady.
the short boundary here.
Yeah.
With that one knee slog sweep.
Ooh.
Oh, sit down. Yeah. Come back, Leno. Looking for 2, not getting it.
Didn't really look like Corey was looking for 2 there.
Yeah, Big Crazy doesn't deal in 1s and 2s much, eh? He just loves his
Just the big
4s
bombs.
and mixes, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. He'll be looking to get into the bomb squad today. We've got the captain of the bomb squad at the other end, Leno. He loves hitting maxis. And he'll be looking straight, I think. I think he'll probably just get himself in for a few. He probably won't target this set, but come the other end, if that left arm spinner comes back into the attack, I think he'll be looking to go straight over his dome.
It's well bowled there. Cheeky single.
It's good running.
Good running. Putting pressure on the fielder once
I think
again.
you have to in 2020s, and particularly at club level. If you can put the guys under pressure, you kind of back yourself to be able to make them generate an error. Equally, you just have to stay calm in the field and make sure you do the basics well. 1 then 2, obviously being catch then release instead of thinking about the throw before you've let the nut or got the nut in hand.
When you're batting out there in the middle, do you set yourself targets every over kind of thing, or how do you go about your innings in T20?
It depends on the situation. On Wednesday, we were chasing 120 odd, and I felt that actually the power play was the most dangerous period for us as a batting team because with the field up, there's theoretically onus on the batters to be able to generate boundaries going over the top and that kind of thing. But I felt that chasing that total when we need kind of 6s and 7s, when we could have the 5 guys outside the power play, that was probably our better opportunity. So we actually scored 20 in our first 6 on Wednesday, and then I just knew later on we'll be able to catch it up. Today, slightly probably different situation. Nice outfield, so that's harder to hit in that back end. Just watch this. I think he'll bang it and thought, yeah, there you go, bounce throw. And that's Ash's spell, isn't it?
That's Ash's spell. 4 overs for 22 and 1 wicket. Corey Anderson on 30 off 31. And Parnell 74 for 4. After 12.
So I'm just going to score.
Another substitute in the commentary box, as we see Parnell coach Ian West joined in to replace Ben Horn.
Oh, it's a good swap. It's a very, very good swap, that.
Horn claimed the same thing.
Yeah.
Might just needs to do a few more swaps. It's good stuff. Wesley, happy with the score?
Yeah.
Obviously, after the start that he had, a bit of a rebuild.
Yeah, you sort of like to think T20 can double it from 12. Obviously, the pitch in the outfield, or the size of the ground, so the ball that we use, club match, sort of a bit softer, so it not quite as conducive to going big at the end. It's pretty big ground, so so whether you can double it or not, I'm not sure, but I certainly would be very happy if we doubled it. Yeah. You'd always like to have a few more, and you'd always like to be a few wickets less, but Corey's still out there, and we've got a lot of firepower to come, so yeah, so pretty happy.
Good stuff. And what's this on you at the moment? So you're scoring every ball,
Yeah, so
keeping a tally.
Yeah, just more for just means you can sort of avoid the generic sort of stuff after the game. So people say, "Oh, we faced too many dot balls." Well, you can look and say, "Well, no, this is how many dot balls we faced," and
Nice.
that sort of stuff. And it's a good stop. Corey's hit that very, very hard. A good stop from Caleb. Or whether it's hit him, I don't know. But yeah, just I'm not quite at Rob Nichols' level. He scores entire 3-day games. So I'm not quite at his level, but I'll do it for T20s. It's more for my sort of knowledge, and then if any of the lads need to ask anything stats-wise, it's just pretty easy to look at.
No, great stuff.
Yeah, so
Just old school, pen and paper.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
As we see Corey Anderson,
Leonard might get 2 here.
it's pushing for 2. Yeah, that's good running there.
So nice, guys.
I would say 2s will be key, because that's a pretty big boundary over there.
Yeah.
Pretty much right the way around until you get down to this corner in front of us. So I think that will be key later on, as we keep going through this innings.
And mate, what a fantastic start to the season you've had. Obviously 9 from 9, so very happy with everything, how it's shaping up for the.
Yeah.
Oh, obviously a bit of a beamer there.
Oh no,
Below waist.
yeah, that's a little bit controversial. But that's all right. We won't discuss that any further. It's
Won't dwell
from the
too much on that.
Same umpire who didn't call 3 in the first game of the season. But anyway, we'll move on. 9 out of 9. Lads are going very, very well. So yeah, you don't win anything at this time of year. It's awesome. It's an awesome start. And it's put us in really nice positions on the league tables. But at the at the end of the day, you don't win anything before Christmas. Today is really important because it's 2 games in the T20 comp, and only 2 teams go through. So you got to you can probably afford 1 defeat, 2 defeats. You're going to be up against it trying to get through. So today's a really, really big day. So it's just been sort of keeping the lads pretty grounded that even though yes we're going really, really well as a team, let's not slack off. 2 big games. Uni are a good side. I think someone like Graham Clark's a very, very good white ball cricketer. He'll be a dangerous player, and they've got some guys like Ashford Nall who's got runs. Jeet Patel's a good bowler. He's still got 2 overs left, so that'll be a challenge. You just got to focus at each. Yeah, it's hard when you're being sledged by your own team over there. So yeah.
That's fantastic stuff. Is it tough juggling between the 3 formats? Obviously, you have to prepare differently with the 2 days, and then back to the Jeff Crow, and then now the T20s.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think in this day and age it is. Yeah, I think you got especially because the way the competition works, they're all in blocks as well. So you're very rarely swapping over. So there's sort of a 5-week block of 2-day cricket. And the lads are pretty clear on their game plans and stuff, and guys pretty clear on the roles. Like in 2-day cricket, we've got the guys who are going to try and bat through a couple of sessions. Here it's a bit different. Obviously, you've got some guys who go pretty big.
Yeah.
I don't think so. The lads are experienced enough as well. Yeah, this day and age, it shouldn't really be a factor. I don't think. Yeah.
As I see Patel coming back into the attack, replacing Ashford Nall for some more spin.
Yeah, I think he's
bowled quite well.
Yeah, I've got him as 1 for 5 off 2.2, so he's going well. Obviously, conditions again really favourable for spin. There's not much grass there isn't any grass on the pitch, and he's bowling to a real big boundary over the leg side. I sort of feel like probably 2s is probably the way to go here. Just try and hit it in the gaps of run 2s, because that's how you get the 8s, 9s off and over.
That's right. Westy, I asked Hornets and Ollie the same question. What sort of score would you be happy defending?
Yeah, 100. I'd be happy with our team to defend anything over 120, but 140 is a bit of a cushion. At the same time, somebody like Graham Clark, I just sort of some bit of time sort of around him in the UK, as I know what a good player he is. Any score he could sort of put a big hole in it, and then they've got some guys who can bat around him. So 140, I'd be sort of a lot more comfortable with 140, and then looking over that. But once you get over 120, we've got a pretty good, very, very good bowling attack. So and we've got 3 spin options today. So hopefully we can sort of make use of these conditions as well, and some guys like Josh Fisher will bowl really well on this pitch as well.
Fantastic stuff. Well, you're pretty much on track at the moment, so another 60 required of the last 6.
Yeah, 60 of 6, yeah. Yeah, it was tough. I think he's sort of because of the ground says you're probably looking at 8s, 9s and over, probably rather than your 10s, but
Corey Anderson's set at the moment, so once he gets going, ground is too big enough.
Yeah, and Andy Lane's got in some form. We actually left Andy Lane out of the team last week, which was a tough call. He actually had 2 games where we left him out, because he'd missed a couple of games, and the lads have been in some form.
Yeah.
So then he went to the reserves, got a 60 odd, and then came out and played a match-winning innings on Wednesday night. So touch wood, he can sort of carry on that form as well.
Obviously helps playing with a similar sort of group year in, year out kind of thing as well. So not too many changes in the Parnell side from last year.
Yeah, pretty much everyone was back, and then we were lucky to add Farney, and I'm sure I'm missing. So we added a couple, but I'm missing. Sorry, Jack Parsons has come into the club and fitted in really, really well. Unfortunately, didn't quite make the side today, so he's playing for the reserves. They've been 2 real good additions. Farney in particular has done very, very well. Yeah. A real clear game plan, just runs in and just hits the pitch hard. And no messing around, just run in, ball quick, and he's done a good job. I think he's the second leading wicket taker, I think, in the competition, and obviously he's
a couple of 5-fers as well.
Yeah, a couple of 5s.
Just double checking with Funny. A couple of 5-fers.
He went 5-4-5 to start the season, so he's going well. Yeah, and I'm looking to be whatever we get here. It's going to be a challenge for our bowlers to try and defend. So, but a big 6 overs coming up here now. So
that's right.
Yeah, I'd say Andy Lane might have a bit of a go here. Stobart will probably bowl a lot of slow balls.
As captain next to Stobart replaces the attack once again, and we see a straight 4.
Yeah, That sort of Leno sort of slot there, you probably want to be a bit more back of a. Well, I shouldn't give you secrets, but you probably want to be a bit more back of a length to Leno than that because he hits it well, hard and straight. But
Yeah.
I think still that will be. He's good because he's
comfortable in that kind of length.
Yeah, I'd say I had a couple of years with him at Grafton. Stoves. He's actually a pretty good bowler and very, very good in this sort of situation.
That's right. Taking on the role of captaincy this year.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He thinks about his cricket quite a bit, and good bowler, good fielder. Good all-round cricketer. Stoves, a good addition for university.
As Parnell moves to 89 for 4 at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I mean, we just wanted at this stage just wanted to mention Ben Ranger, who's he's played all season for us. It's the first year he's got through a whole first half of the season without being injured, and then unfortunately got injured. At training on Thursday, so he now can't play. But yeah, that was his big thing this year, was to get through the first half of the season. So just a big shout to Ben Ranger because he's our opening batsman. For nearly getting through an entire first half of the season without being injured until this week.
Scores 90 for 4. Corey Anderson 38 off 41 and Andy Lane on 8 off 7.
It feels like up here the wind's died down a bit. The wind was going towards the Merton Road, I think it is down there. It was going towards that end. I don't know if it's going to still be, and that's probably the shorter boundary. So you do start to look at sort of potential matchups there. Whereas Corey, even though obviously hits it very well, he's probably looking at probably 2s into the leg side, just because of the size of the boundary. That's wide.
That's wide. Take that. That's the thing about T20 though. It felt like too many wickets went early on, and now the score is 91 for 4, and you can pretty much launch, and you still have 6 wickets in the bank.
Yeah, that's it. You sort of look at a bit of a blueprint. You don't want to be 4 down at 12. That's probably, you don't want to be much more than that. Even though we've got batters all the way down to 11 today, but it's still always tough for a new guy to come in.
As we see here, launch from Corey Anderson, and he's played the long on fielder.
I think he's told that, and it's gone a long way.
That's right. That's the second maximum of the day so far. Moves on to 46 off 42.
He's at 98, Yeah, Corey's been really good around the club. It's only his second game, but he's been down to play a couple of other games, and then it just hasn't quite worked out. But he's been excellent when he's been around, and been a really nice addition. He played a lot of cricket with Ben Ray down in Canterbury. He knows Brad from, I think, his under-19 days. He lives in the area. He lives close by here, so it was quite a natural sort of a thing that he was going to come and play for us. And
I was just going to say, has he been part of the training and stuff quite a lot more?
He hasn't been just because of just with the AUCC schedule, and he's been away. He played T10 in Abu Dhabi.
That's right.
So he just hasn't been around too much. But he's been when he's been around. I don't know. He's a very nice guy, very professional, and it's been good to have him. He didn't quite get the runs he wanted to in that first game he played for us out at Cornwall, but he just desperate to get in there today and go well. So good to see him getting a few up to this stage, and I might just duck out next time I do that.
Oh, Dad's in. Here we go.
Well, we're almost on 100.
And another change in the commentary box, and as we're joined in by Will Somerville. Summers, how's it going?
G'day, Shove. Yeah, pretty well. Bit
Oh,
better
that's
now. Oh,
good.
we should hit it hard again, but it's
Straight
short
to
of the
the
middle, field square. It's nice to see Corey swinging the blade hard. He's timing it quite well now, actually, which is cool.
Set for a big one, hopefully. Big
What's he on, 40 odd?
He's on 45. 45 or 44. Just moved above the runner ball. You'd be looking forward to bowling in this wicket?
Yeah,
Summers?
it's pretty dry. All reports it's not spinning a lot, but it's quite slow. So always favours someone like me bowling some offies. So should be handy come the second innings.
And this is your third or fourth game for the Parnell Peaches
It's my
this season?
third T20 for
Third T20.
Parnell, and
Yep.
first game this season.
Yep.
That I played one day last year, so it's nice to be back in the Peaches colours.
And of course, the
Shot.
famous semi-final that you featured in.
Yeah, we can talk about that all day if you want. That was nice.
Talk us through it, mate. Come on. How was that day?
That was great. Yeah, it was good fun. We played at Lord
Lord Ellesmere.
Ellesmere against Howick, and we defended 270 or something. Yeah, that took a few wickets.
All your final figures?
6 for 10.
There you go.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was on debut, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it was my one day. I'd played a couple of 2020
Chief Pro
games.
debut, yeah, that's right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
true.
Yeah. It's nice batting from Andy Lane here. We sort of talked about thinking like 120 is probably defendable potentially on the slow wicket, but if we can get a few more than that, that'd be ideal. So.
Yeah, Wesley was talking anything above 120 would be a bonus. So around the 140 mark, you have that 20-run cushion.
Yeah.
Just for the bowlers.
Yeah.
At the moment, we're on 103 for 4 after 16. Moving on to the last 4. So hopefully a few biggies from your end.
Yeah, that's right. At this part of the innings, I tend to just fall down the order, which is quite good. So we've got a couple of big hitters coming in. Anikit's batting really well. He's in next, and then we've got Ollie Pringle and Farney de Villiers, the big
hitters,
big strong men. So, and then so we've got Fish as well and myself. So there's a bit of hitting to come. I think is this the 17th over now?
Yeah, 17 starting now.
So there's 4 overs left. So run of balls 127 from here. So hopefully we can get up to 140 mark, which we just talked about. That'd be ideal.
And back to the Aces lineup tomorrow.
Yeah, it should be good.
Seddon Park.
Yeah, I saw they had rain again there last night. So it's like 3 games in a row that have been rained out that I've seen. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get some cricket. I think the forecast is good. So.
Hey, they say it comes in 3, so you're pretty much off the 3.
Hopefully that's the third one. So ND were looking like they were in a good position last night too, so they'll be pretty gutted.
They'll be gutted.
Yeah. It's always, I think every Super Smash game's a tough contest. There's good players on every side and they can win games for their team. So we'll just go down to Hamilton and look forward to that challenge. It'll be fun.
First double hitter.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
The
So Corey Anderson just swung it to the leg side. They're going to take on the
push
arm
for 2.
Here. It's going to be close, but they're fine.
Good running there. That's great running. And the Parnell side are very happy with that. Quick 2. As Corey Anderson moves to 48.
Yeah.
Setting up for his first 50 in the Parnell Peaches colours.
Yeah, that's right. I'd like to see him just nudge it into the leg side and run 2 again. Get his 50.
I'd like to see an absolute massive bomb.
Yeah.
And I'll get my wish. How good!
Nice, crazy!
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, well done,
And that's the first 50 for Corey Anderson. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's the third 6 as well of the day.
The Parnell Peaches are fizzing now. This is good stuff.
Absolutely fizzing out the Parnell Peaches.
Yeah. Ben Horn just coming in over the top there and picks it like a dirty nose.
Didn't have to give him an introduction. I'm pretty sure most of the people would have figured out it was Ben Horn calling it.
You've heard him carrying on like that before, surely. Wow.
Yes, launches another one, and that's 2 back-to-back 6s. Another maximum.
I'm commentating on this.
We are absolutely set for a Corey Anderson special here. He's on 60 of 48 with 4 6s.
He's just swung through that slow ball into the wicket, sat up, and he's gone the Corey Anderson slap straight down the ground at the sight screen for 6.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
As we see, Will Somerville back on dad duties at the moment.
Yeah, I've got Hugo here.
Hugo's back.
Sitting on the lap, saying hello. He's off again.
Where did dad come about? Summers? Who started it?
I just
Surely
assume that it's Ben Horn who started it, and then it just
one.
sticks. And his chat, he just keeps repeating and repeating, and then eventually, it becomes the norm. So
Even in the Parnell setup? Are you known as Dad?
Vaguely, I think so. Like I've only played a couple. This is my 3rd day with the team, so
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much Dad. Because Hornet's obviously in the team as well. So
That's right.
yeah,
Drives that, doesn't he?
hard to
Loves
get
it
rid
being
of
Horn.
Oy.
Oh. Just missed on that.
Baz with the reverse sweep. Nice. Oh, Rondo. Oh, is this at North Shore? Okay.
Yeah.
Just got a score on the other game there. Suburbs 134 for 4 off 16.4. Looking like a good game there at Shore Road. Is that so? Not Shore Road, at North Shore.
Yeah, Suburbs versus North Shore.
Yeah.
Want to hear about any at the moment? With
It's bowling.
Oh, he's bowling, sorry. Michael Barry on strike, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, Michael Barry 36. I think Martin Guptill scored 69 apparently, so it's a
Martin
nice
Guptill,
score.
Back with the flying ice creams. Martin
Yeah,
Guptill.
exactly. Yeah, good. Oh,
As we
Andy
see
Lane
another-
swings hard. There's a man there. And he's gone.
This one's straight to long on. As we see, Parnell Blues their 5th wicket now, 118 for 5. Andy Lane goes out for 13.
One ball short.
A new batsman going in is Aniket Parikh,
Is this the 18th over?
start of the 18th. 17.1, 118 for 4.
Then those 2 big boys in there.
Andy Lane goes out for 13. One good looking boundary there. Corey Anderson still in for a absolute special from Corey Anderson in the last 3. Now would just be to rotate the strike and just give
Yeah,
as much strike as possible.
Arnie can hit it as well as anyone, so yeah, he's a good man to come in now for us.
This is going to be fun. Corey Anderson on strike. Oh, commentator's curse. Jeez.
Arch.
Straight.
I got to go pad up. Cheers.
Right. Thanks, Summers.
Yeah, pleasure.
Corey Anderson goes for a very well-made 60, his first 50 for the Parnell Peaches. And we're joined back by Punny Hero. Punny, how's it going?
Yeah, good. A bit disappointed old mate Dean Bartlett doesn't want to get on the comms, but you know what? He's here for community cricket and that's half the battle.
That's right.
But that's been a fine innings by Corey Anderson. Took the responsibility of getting the boys through and now a bit of a chance to put the cherry on top as he walks here.
With the peaches on top.
The peach, yeah, a little bit of peach on top, you know. But who we got now coming out? Is that Farney gone out there?
Farney de Villiers,
Yeah, he can hit a
that's
long
right.
ball.
He definitely can.
It will be
He's
interesting.
a big man, Farney.
He is. He's a big man, and he's been in great form, bat and ball. So
The score is 118 for 6 now. On a hat-trick now, isn't he? First 2 balls, yeah, that's right.
Yes, he is. Be interesting to see what happens with the rest of this innings because 140 sounds like the total everyone's talking about, and they're on target, but 6 down. They will need someone to kind of guide them through here.
That's right. Right on. Here we go, hat-trick ball.
Could we see a hat-trick on the live stream? How good would that be?
Have you ever seen a hat-trick on the live stream before?
No,
I don't think so. We
have.
haven't.
We haven't seen one now either, unfortunately.
Nope. Straight to
Good
covers.
delivery though.
Finally had a good piece of that. Yeah, 140 was the total talked about, but Wesley didn't mention that anything above 120 would be bonus, so these are just getting towards that bonus category at the moment. 119 for 6 as we move closer to the 18th over.
Yeah, Uni have bowled pretty well, you'd have to say.
That's
Assessed
right.
the conditions pretty well, bowled pretty straight, while Parnell have hit a few sixes in recent times. They're pretty happy with what they've done so far.
It's been a topsy-turvy kind of day, going back and forth with the momentum with University early on, and then Parnell obviously pulled it back with the partnership between Corey Anderson and Brad Rodden. So, and then again, Uni now just slowly moving back into with the momentum.
Yeah, whatever happens from here, I think we're in for a pretty good game, I'd say. Parnell probably wanted a few more runs, but as Westy said, they'll probably back themselves to divvy anything.
That's right.
Oh, that's a nasty beamer.
That is a nasty beamer.
He's charged, and it's...
Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah,
Funny.
that's...
Looks to be okay, which
don't want to see
is
that.
great news. No.
It looks like he'll be okay to take this free hit and look to hit it. That is not good.
That's not good. We just saw the replay there. I tell you what he would be looking after is a free hit now. Would be looking to launch. I'm picking cow corner for this one.
Yeah, probably on the back foot, I'd say. Probably a little bit taken by that, but we'll see what happens.
Ooh.
Yeah, full toss again.
Full toss again.
Gets away with it.
Right, that's 18 overs bowled at the moment. 121 for 6 as we move on to the last 12 balls of the Parnell Peaches innings.
Yeah, it looks like Farney's recovered there, so it's great to see. And the uni players were put to check on him as well, which is fantastic.
That's great. As we see the skip bowling the 19th over. Next over. Next over on this first 3 overs, 29 runs, but he's picked up a wicket as well in the process as he comes into bowl. And he's picks up a second
Another one
for the day.
The
As
skipper.
Barney looks to wicket over mid-off.
Yeah, it's not quite the finish Parnell want here. But that's not going to stop Stobart from taking the second.
So now Parnell, 122 for 7. Who's the new batsman here? Could be Ollie Pringle, I
Great
think.
question. No, that's an Aces helmet. That is Will Somerville.
Will Somerville. Bit of a promotion now.
Yeah, need a cool head here, and
That's
no
right.
better man than a man with a test average of
Test
35
average of
plus.
35. That's right.
I was like, oh, yeah, okay. Who's that? Is important? Oh, I know the one. Yeah, he's a good keeper. Yeah. Is he? I know.
Crucial 11 balls coming up here in the Parnell innings. This could be the difference between a 140 plus or a 130 odd score. So buckle up, enjoy the ride.
It's quite a long run up that
Next Stobart, yeah.
he's got there.
He's got a
he
nice
does,
action.
He does charge in. Yeah, it's quite smooth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sitting deep in the crease there.
His
Somerville.
dad just takes a single too long on. Ball Somerville off the mark.
It's amazing. About 8 minutes ago, he was sitting here with his son, and now he's out in the middle.
That's right. With the sun looking on. Wouldn't have seen much of Somerville's batting, probably, but now he gets a great chance to see the last 10 or 11 balls. Bit of multitasking at the moment, Punny.
Yeah, always, mate, always.
Just updating our Instagram at the same time as we set out the squad release for tomorrow's double header against the Knights and Spirit.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see both sides in action.
That's right. It's going to be fun.
Yeah,
it's going to be a lot of fun, mate.
That's right.
Hearts obviously a great start.
Yeah, that's right. 3 from 3.
3 from 3.
Katie Perkins leading the way with the bats, and Anna Peterson and Fran Jonas really bowling some great spin at the moment for the Hearts. So 3 from 3, equal top of the table. Fantastic start to the Dream 11 Super Smash.
As we see, Will Somerville looking to go for the big one once again, but only finds the fielder in deep mid-wicket to settle for a single. Parnell 124 for 7 after 18.4.
What do we got here? 9 balls left. 8 balls left? 8 balls left. Yeah,
8 balls,
14 runs.
125.
Yeah, they could certainly get to...
Aniket Parikh as he launches. That was a good-looking shot, that, but
Yeah,
straight to
really
the long
put
off fielder once again.
Put his wrist through it to get a bit of access, but didn't quite get it wide enough
That's
to
right.
find the boundary.
Because he timed it so well, they could only go for the single, so he couldn't push for the second run,
Yeah, that's
unfortunately.
right. And you've got to say Uni's fielded, other than a couple of drop catches right on the boundary, they fielded quite well.
As Will Somerville
Another chance on the boundary here.
goes high up in the air, but it's straight to the fielder
Baffled
in
that.
deep mid-wicket. Somerville goes out for 1, and Parnell 126 for 7. Ollie Pringle might be the next man in.
Yeah, we're just going through our commentators in the batting order now.
That's right. Who's next? Ian West? Westy might put the pads on.
No, I don't think they'll need Westy today.
No.
He's done some great things at this ground.
Bit of a comeback this from University boys now. Obviously picked the Parnell Peaches back. Corey Anderson's wicket was absolutely crucial. Set batsman on 60, 4 sixes already. Heading down to the last couple of overs. No, it's a great pullback from University bowlers.
Yeah, it looks like Uni kind of won the first 6, and they probably won the final 6 as well. And
Parnell, everything
Parnell,
in between.
yeah, everything in between. So it'll be interesting to see how that reflects in the second innings, because Parnell will need a good start with the ball.
That's right. Like you said, we should be in for a very exciting second innings.
Yeah, and then you've got probably 3, maybe even 4, you know, 4 spinners in that Parnell attack. So they've definitely got the
So you've
ability,
got
and
Will Somerville, Aniket Parikh.
yeah, probably got Ben Horn and Mark Chapman
Ben Horn
as
and
well.
Chappie, that's
So it's potentially 16 overs of spin there on a slow wicket.
Are we hot spotting or Wi-Fi? Cut out in a minute so it's
All good.
As we see another single being taken. 128 for 8, the score. We're into the last over now.
It's kind of snuck up on us, isn't it?
Yeah, it surely has.
Next over at 3 for 33, fantastic figures. A little bit expensive, but those 3 wickets have gone a long way to keeping Parnell to where they are now.
Just the last 4 balls now. Here we go. What are you picking?
I'm going to pick a little 4 behind Swee on the leg side. Or was there to hit too, wasn't it?
It was. Just missed
hit.
out on it. Ollie Pringle.
Don't quite have the guru skills of Ben Horn earlier picking that 6, but we can't all have that magic.
That's right.
What's happening here, mate?
Westy just moving along.
With a scorebook there
With a
as well?
scorebook? Yeah. Did he see his scorebook?
Yeah, I did. There's a few coaches who do that.
He was talking about Rob Nichol as well.
Yeah, Rob
Apparently
Nichol.
Notes
Chris-
down every single ball
Chris
during a
Reed
3-day.
out at North Shore.
Oh,
does
that's
the same.
bold. That's well bowled again. Aniket Parikh. looking to give himself some room and crash us straight onto the stumps.
It's going to be a big W in
Parnell
Westbrook there.
lose their 9th.
Wow, they're going to get bowled out here. Fantastic. Ben
What a
Hawkes with his
comeback
third
this
wicket
is.
as well.
That's right. Aniket goes out for 4. And the last batsman walking out
Here's
is
Josh Fisher.
Josh
Batting
Fisher.
at 11 with a Prem 100. Amazing.
That's a good Parnell lineup, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
With
fantastic.
Josh Fisher batting at number 11. Wow.
He's come a long way since he used to play at uni and bowl as nice and swingers and bat at 11. But he's still at 11, but much more capable now.
And he's back to uni.
Yeah, back at uni, yeah.
129 for 9. All right.
Just a quick score from one of our other games there. Suburbs have ended on 160 for 5 after 20 overs.
Maiden
Maiden
Guptill.
Guptill, 69 off 37, 4 fours and 6 sixes. And Michael
6
Barry,
bombs.
45.
Sean Sully missed out today.
It's a pretty stacked Suburbs lineup that. Let's have a look at a few other games around the grounds. We'll bring you a few updates as we...
Move into the last 2 balls. He'll be looking for 2 here. Might be pushing for the second as the fielder comes in. Oh, that might be
he's given
gone.
him.
Yeah, it's given
He's
him.
given him.
And
Great
that's
fielding.
the end of the Parnell innings at 130. So 131 is the target for University. We should be in for a great second innings here.
Looks like there's a big score out at East Coast Bays as well. 195 for 7 after 18.5 overs.
Wow.
Cole Briggs, 86. Looks like we've got, 4 wickets as well. So, yeah, that's a big score against Birkenhead.
It's a massive total. All right, we'll be back in another 15 minutes for the second innings. And welcome back for the second innings as we go into the University chase now. Should be a good one, eh, Punny?
Yeah, it's been a reasonable start as well. Bit of action so far. It'll be an interesting chase, I think. It'll be interesting to see how Uni approach this first
right.
up.
Oh, and that
that's-
could have been an early wicket there for Parnell.
That was a fine effort, wasn't it?
It's a great effort. Just palmed it away, and then it's good recovery there. But Uni pick up 3.
It's not the first time we've seen a ball hit early to mid-off and you know, a catching chance. But unfortunately, I think, is that Mark Chapman? I think it is, yeah. I don't
Yeah, that
think,
was trippy.
Mark Chapman hasn't been able to hold on to that one, but it was a fine effort, that's for sure.
It's a great effort. As we see Josh Fisher taking the new ball. University 5 runs in the first 3 balls. It's a good start here. Positive start.
Yeah, they've pretty much given away how they're going to approach this. Pretty positive. And who we got on strike now?
Yeah, mate. Cool. Yeah. I'll touch base.
Tench.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, he's not going to wait around either. There goes a single.
So another single. Might be league buys. Yep, league buys are is the call. VJ and 5 of 3. He's back on strike with the... And he's number 5 as well. So that's a score for the time being anyway. It's well bowled
He's
and well
waited
played.
on that nicely as well, yeah.
Good
So-
running between the wickets. Sneaks the single. 7 of the first 5. That's pretty much what they need. If they're going 7s.
That's right. It'll be interesting to see if Parnell opts for spin first up as well. They've got plenty of options, and it kind of set the tone with Uni's fielding effort as well with the ball. So I guess we'll find out right now.
That's right. Ben Horn's taking the gloves today.
Yeah, I guess that rules him out as a bowling option.
As a bowling option.
No, it looks like it will be Ollie Pringle to start. In reasonable form. I think he picked up 3 wickets on Thursday night as well. So definitely in form.
Good stuff. Ollie Pringle, number 10. And Josh Fisher, number 11.
Great stuff, isn't it?
It's good stuff. 1 and 2 bowlers. There we go. .130 is one of those tricky totals to chase. You never quite know when to accelerate or we'll just basically see out the new ball and then cash in later on. And especially on this wicket, it's going to be a tough run chase, but at the same time, if they bat well, they should get there.
It goes back to what Ben Horn said earlier in their chase on Thursday night. They kind of saw the first 6 overs as the tricky period rather than the period where you could go over the top and score some runs. So, yeah, it's always a fine balance between holding on to your wickets and trying to get that fast start.
It also seems like that kind of wicket where it's tough to bat early on, and as we saw with the batters. So they either they got up for cheaply, or if they hung on there for the first 1 or 2 overs, they cashed in and scored the big runs. And as we see the first wicket going for University, and that's caught behind by Ben Horn of the bowling off Ollie Pringle. Yeah. That's the end of Dench.
Looks like Dench kind of got high up on his toes there, maybe even off the ground trying to cut that delivery away. Probably looked a little tight, and yeah, just found the edge through to a waiting Ben Horn. 8
like
for
that.
1.
A waiting Ben Horn. I like that. Chuck that up on your report, honey.
Yeah, I love it when they're waiting to take a catch, mate. It's fantastic.
It's good stuff. Who's the new batsman now?
I'm not sure who that is. We'll find
Number
out
11.
for you, though.
This is when we need Elliot, number 11.
Yes.
Elliot's got his own style. So Elliot's going to be doing most of the commentary this season, and he's got his own style of introducing the new batsman who walks out. So it's always a number, whichever number the batsman's batting, followed by the number at the back. So it's, as an example, it's always in at number 3, number 4.
Shout out to Elliot, though. He's been doing a fantastic job for us.
No, he's great. He's fantastic. He'll be back for some more commentary early on in January again. So, yeah. He's doing some ground announcing today at North Shore.
Looks like it's Graham Clark at the wicket now. And
that's a beauty.
That is a delivery and a half he's bowled there.
It's a beauty to start off with. Bit of bounce as well.
Yeah, we
good carry to Ben Horn.
That's right. We haven't actually seen that carry today.
That's right.
So it's good to see that kind of fly through to Ben Horn.
New batsman is Clark. Graham Clark. Vijay Anand, has he been going well this season, Penny?
Yeah, he's been giving them reasonable starts, actually. So usually that's with Akash Prasad, who's not here today, but now they've been formidable at the top of the order.
It's well bowled once again, and it's good cricket all around. Good running and good back up. As University moves on to 9. 9 for 1 after 1.5. And that's a good finish from Ollie Pringle. Just 2 off it from his first over and a wicket as well. So after 2 overs, University 9 for 1. Big shout out to Phototech for putting on the live streaming for this season, and we have a pretty good crew this season as well. So 2 cameras set up for the time being. Hopefully they'll move down to 3 at some point, and we've got Claudia who's doing all the producing and directing. So thank you, and shout out to all the guys that are helping out this season. As Josh Fish continues. Yeah, it's a single to long on. Score moves to 10. And that's the leading edge.
I think it's going to land safely.
Looks like it's going to be safe. Chappie was after that. Pick up the single. It's nicely played, straight to the man at short third man, and it's good running there. Picks up the single once again, keeps rotating the strike. That's pretty much all you have to do in the first 5 overs, just to build that partnership and keep the runs ticking at the same time.
Yeah, it was actually a quite tight single. He got the ball in quite quickly there, did Ben Ray.
It's a nice looking shot. That's a beautiful shot. Square cut for 4. That brings out the first boundary for the University innings.
He gave him a bit of width there, and he
Cashed
certainly
on
made
that.
the most of it.
That's right. Score moves on to 17 for 1 after 2.4. It's well ball there. No, says Clark. It's a good finish there from Josh Fish. Just 2 dot balls. Just the finish there. And after 3 overs, the score is 17 for 1. What else was happening around the grounds, Honey? So the North Shore, we see, is 17 for 2, chasing 143. Oh, trail by 143.
Yeah, chasing 160.
Chasing 160 odd.
160
Ronnie Hera.
Yeah, Michael Olsen. Looks like Graham Beggin's out, so I'm interested to see how that game goes. But there's plenty of action across the grounds. I'll just try to bring you some more if I can.
As we see another over starting up from Ollie Pringle. It's a
great shot there.
good looking shot there. Bit of a leading edge, I thought, but no, straight.
I'd say he's probably hit the middle there. He's hit that pretty well.
1 bounce 4. So VJ moves on to 14 off 9.
Looks like Howick are going to go 3 from 3 in the T20 Championship. Grafton 106 for 9 after 20 overs, and Colin Munro
And Bill Walsh.
Yeah, taking them out to 42 without loss after 5.2. Munro 28, 4 fours and 1 6 at the moment. So good start from Howick. Let's have a look what's happening at Lloyd Ellesmore in the other game.
We've got a set of double headers going around the grounds today at Auckland. And that's edged and straight to Ben Horn.
Another wicket.
Ollie Pringle picks up his second wicket here, as University lose their second as well.
The old Pringle-Horn combination back at it again. From the commentary box to the wicket.
It's good stuff. 21 for 2 now. As Ash Vodnala walks out to the pitch. Vijay Anand goes out for 14. Looked like a promising start, but ended cheaply there right in the end, right after that 4.
Looks like this Papatoe Cornwall game, your old club mate, Papatoe.
Papatoe, there we go.
142 for 7 after 20, and Cornwall 30 for 1.
Which of the Dudwell brothers? Is that Amit or Adi?
It's probably Amit, I would say.
Oh, yeah, he's number 3. Yep.
3, yeah, so...
Chasing 143 for the win.
Yeah, looks like what, Harshal Vyas, 50... 50 for Papatoe. Not much else on that scorecard, but
3 sixes.
yeah, Ajit Raj Kumar 4 for 14. Fantastic spell there. But back here, Uni in the spot of bother here, similar start to Parnell.
That's right. Runs on the board at the same time. Parnell went off to a slow start. It's Ollie Pringles to continue. No.
Really
Big
bowling
no
with good pace,
says
isn't he?
Clark, as Vodnala still looks to steal a singer after the shy of the stumps.
Another intriguing game going on at Colin Maiden. Ellerslie scored 157 for 6. Matt Wall 71. Not
71?
out, so 48 balls, 6 fours and 2 sixes. And they're playing Eden Roskill, who are 44 without loss after 3.4. So they've made a flying start there. Barrington Rowland, 20 off 10 balls. So
2 sixes. Good
yeah,
stuff.
so it's going to be another intriguing finish at Colin Maiden.
As we see Ash Vodnala getting off the mark with a single, through to covers.
We'll see what's happening in the northwest section as well. Obviously, we've given you that North Shore status update, but East Coast Bays, let's see what they finished on. They were looking to go past 200, and they did. 206 for 7.
206. It's got to be the biggest score of the day so far.
Yeah, that's right. From right there, that Cole Briggs, 86 off 54. And it'll take some chasing of Birkenhead to get their first win of the campaign. Let's have a look what is happening at Te Atatu Park between Waitakere and Hibiscus Coast. No, that looks like that's the afternoon game. Let's go one game back. Waitakere Takapuna.
As we see a change of bowling attack, so Will Somerville, Dad,
Here he is.
better known. Dad comes into bowl. This is going to be fun, isn't it?
Certainly is, and it looks like Craig Kachopa's been in the runs at Te Atatu Park. 191 for 5 for Takapuna. And Max O'Dowd continuing his good form, 49.
Chopped 63 or 43. 3 sixes, 5 fours.
And the
As we
O'Donnell
see-
brothers combining there.
Will Somerville coming into bowl. Short one to start off with. Back up the length. Picks up the single straight to the deep mid-wicket fielder.
Also, Matt Jones has started pretty well for Takapuna as well. 2 for 15 off 3 overs.
Jonesy.
Really putting Waitakere under the pressure. And Kumu looking to go 3 from 3 to start the
What a
the
start they've
T20
had.
championship. Let's have a look how they're going against Hibiscus Coast. Oh, Kumu have put on another score, 168 all out.
It's well bowled by Summers. Straight to the man at short mid-wicket. No run.
And Hibiscus Coast 35 for 1 in reply, so Kumu doing a great job there. They could very well go 3 from 3.
What a start that would be for Kumu.
Yeah, outstanding.
It's good running there.
Tarangathula batting an 8 there.
It's probably the highest he's batted all season thus far.
Yeah. 3 wickets there for Brad Norris, Hibiscus Coast skipper. But back to Colin Maiden,
Back to Colin Maiden.
where we're
As Summers
engaged
continues.
in a pretty tight battle here.
rocked on the back foot and slapped it straight to long on for a single. The score ticks along to 26 for 2 after 4.4. Down Rod says Ben Horn, and down he goes. So it saves the single there. Tight bowling here by Will Somerville. Another single to Ash Vatnala. 27 for 2 after 5.
What do you have to do?
As we see a change of bowling again.
Asking his name.
What a catch that is by Ben Horn.
Yeah,
That is a grab. Fantastic catch. As we're joined in by Christy. Mate, how's it going? Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while. Been a while between drinks. Today though, a little bit in the shit here. Well, can't speak in it. 37 for 3 against Parnell. As Ben Horn just takes one of the better catches.
Screamer. Absolute screamer. That's a Ben Horn special, that.
Yeah.
If you head down to Cricket HQ, you'd see it says caught by Ben Horn / good catch. I think the good needs to change to excellent. Fantastic. Outstanding. Finally, De Villiers to continue the bowling. Picks up a wicket in the second ball. Straight to the bowler once again. Tight lines here by Finey De Villiers as he continues to bowl. And once again, another dot ball. 4 dot balls to start and a wicket. And joined back by Parnell coach Ian West. Westy, how's it going? So far so good?
Yeah, all right. It's yeah, we're about to honours even. We were 25 for 3 in the power play, so these guys. A good over from Farney and 3 good catches from Ben Horn behind the stumps.
What a grab that was, the last one.
Yeah, it's funny because when he plays for us, he tends to play as a bowler.
Yeah, we were just talking early on that he could be a bowling option for you guys today as well. So
yeah, he probably won't bowl here because obviously got 3 from Summers, 4 from Annie and Chappie as well. So,
Chappie as well, yeah, that's right.
but yeah, certainly in the afternoon, Harry Miller, our normal keeper, is playing for the reserves this morning, and he's going to come back and keep. And Harry's as good a keeper as it gets, and it just allows us to have Benson the Keith Pereira is not available today. He's just finished up his school cricket, so he'll play for us after Christmas. So until then, we'll use Ben as the keeping option. The bowling option.
Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah.
As we see a single being picked up down that short fine leg, Ben Horn collects the ball. The score 28 for 3 after 6.
It was a pretty good over. They were going, pretty happy with that. Power play basically on us even. We were 25, so they're 3 runs ahead.
University pulled it back in the last 4 or 5 overs once again. So we were just discussing. So the first 6 overs pretty much went to University, and the last 6 probably went to University. Would that be?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they were brilliant. It's why the end of a T20. It's not just about trying to hit a 6 every ball.
That's right.
You work off. Like for me, I always work off right. If there's 3 overs left, if you take 18 off that, that's a good starting point, and you'll get more than that if you bat well. We didn't. Right. We were 118 with 3 to go, and ended up with only getting 1-3-1, and we were only 4 down going in.
Yeah. Looks like one of those pitches where it's really hard to get on early in the innings, and then you pretty much cash on once you're set.
Yeah,
as we saw with Corey Anderson and Brad Rodden as well. That was a crucial partnership for you guys.
Yeah. You need that. You need that partnership. You need an individual to step up, and you need that partnership. And it's kind of what Uni will be wanting now. They'll be wanting someone to get 50. If someone gets 50 for them, they'll probably win the game from here. If they don't, they probably won't. So, it's a tough pitch to sort of just trying to eke out 20. So yeah, I was pretty disappointed with our last 3 overs. As so even if we'd have just got 1 of all, that would have been 140.
That's right.
It's just taste it up. Like I say, we're only 4 down. There's some matchups going there. So Will Somerville's wicket, it was the last ball of the over, and he was hitting with the wind. So that was was sort of a smart move. It didn't come off. He sort of looked at it as a bit of a free ball almost. Some of the other stuff we could have been a lot better. We was kind of swinging over the top of the ball and missing, particularly at this end, hitting out to the nets. You've got to really be looking for 2s rather than because it's a long boundary, pace off the ball. Yeah, you're basically just trying to get a 2 as a starting point.
That's right. As we see a very good looking shot. There's Ollie Pringle to collect the ball, and that's good running. Picks up the 2.
Yeah, Ollie's got a good arm. But yeah, it's a long. Like every boundary here, it's a long one. So
it's quite well placed there.
It's a nice shot from Connor there. Connor's a good player as well. So he's I thought he'd have been in that New Zealand under-19s mix. Obviously, I'm not in that. I don't really been around. Yeah. He's been such a good age group performer for 4 years now. Gets a lot of runs for the Auckland age group sides. But yeah, obviously. Didn't make that side. I'm not around it enough. I don't know enough about the players to know whether that's the right call or the wrong call. But yeah, I thought he was someone who might be in that mix.
There's a lot of talent in Auckland. It's always a tough call picking a squad. So
absolutely, yeah. Well, the Auckland 19s have been outstanding again. 2 years in a row, they've absolutely dominated that tournament, and I suppose probably one of the big challenges now from our point of view is providing opportunities for those guys, because we've got some good A players anyway.
Yeah.
It's how do we keep providing for those guys who are deserving, and also then really challenging these guys who come out of under 19s.
That's right.
Into our mix, and obviously they've got to come out of there, and most of them just finishing off the school cricket, and they've got to come in and prove themselves at Premier level first. But at the same time, they a lot of good performers there. Somebody I haven't seen much of was Bevan John Jacobs, and I saw he went really well down there. And Carl De Beer, who was last year, was kind of their star player. He played an A game for us the other week and was outstanding. There's a lot of good players there. It was more like a Lucas Descent missed out on New Zealand 19s, but he's a very, very good cricketer. So there's a lot of guys around who do a good job.
How's it been with you being involved with the A stuff? and juggling club and A cricket?
This year the schedule nowhere near as big this year. Last year it was really good. Like the schedule was outstanding. There's pretty much some sort of A fixture pretty much every week or every other week. This year we had a 3-day in Hamilton, which was washed out. We then went to Sydney, but that was more of an Aces team. So Doug Watson took that, and then we had a 2-day tournament in Taupo, and that's been it. There was an internal game under 19s against the A's was arranged, which was good. We had 2 T20s against the under 19s. It really hasn't been that much sort of juggling to do this year. Parnell are really understanding, and at the same time, the Auckland guys are understanding. For instance, when we had the 3-day game in Hamilton on the Tuesday night, I drove back so I could go to Parnell training. Then, like on the understanding, I'd leave the game an hour early. And
that's right.
So it seems to work pretty well for both sides. We've got a busier schedule from sort of I think the end of January. Next year we've got a couple of 1 days against Wellington, and then 3-day games, including playing against Otago, which would be really good because we just generally never play against Otago. So I think
whereabouts is that?
I think it's in Invercargill. I think.
Cool.
And then we've got the CD at Pukekohe Park,
Nice.
which again will be really good for
Beautiful venue.
Yeah. So there's some good Ace stuff coming up next year.
As we see a chain of bowling with Aniket Park coming into the attack, and that's swept for 6. Good looking shot that. The fielder thought he was in the game for a while, but then just a few metres above him. So take that 6 if you're University at the moment. 38 for 3, 7.1 overs. Crucial stage coming up in the moment. So yeah, we basically saw that there was a partnership during this time in the Parnell innings, and University would be looking to pretty much cash in on the same thing with Clark and Ansell out in the middle.
Yeah, two key players for them. I think Connor will look to knock it around, and Clark will probably look to try and take it on. So it's definitely a game on here. Aniket's been bowling well the last few weeks, so he's really sort of come into some form with the ball.
It's good to see because last season he was obviously out injured for a long period of time, and good to see him out there bowling back to his best.
Yeah, even early season he was bowling some leg spin at times because he was really struggling to grip because he still has issues with his spinning finger.
Was his issue last time, or was it a finger?
He keeps sort of dislocating his finger, and he's broken the finger a couple of times. So it's just him sort of battling through that. So it's taken until probably the last couple of weeks to where he's really been able to. We've been quite lucky. So the seamers have bowled well, so we haven't had a massive need for the spin side of things from Aniket, and he's been batting well. The last couple of weeks he's had some white ball games and some opportunities. He's done quite well. Which has been good for him because he's a true all-rounder for me. Very good bowler, very good batsman, and one of the better fielders going around.
Doing okay with the bat as well.
Yeah. I mean, definitely could bat higher at a lot of other places. He's batting 6 for us. We're doing a real good job as a bit of a finisher, just coming in towards the end.
You've got a stacked batting lineup just
between like him and Andy Lane and Brad Rodden. No matter who you've got in your lineup, you've still got to be able to put a partnership together, and somebody's got to step up and get a score. So,
cash in.
Yeah.
Good to see Corey back in the runs.
Yeah, and I think that's good for Auckland cricket. I think moving forward, if you get him, he just hasn't had any batting when he went over to Abu Dhabi and then got injured straight away. Obviously, because the Aces just only have washout games now. He's not getting any game time for them. So
that's right.
That's good because everybody knows what the danger, how dangerous he is when he gets going. And he's not. From speaking to him, he's not far off bowling again. It's certainly what he wants to get back to. He said he should be. If it all gone to plan, he would have been bowling by now. But he's just fortunately at this stage not quite. His shoulder's not quite there.
Real asset to have in any team basically, and if he can go back to his bowling, that obviously adds to it.
Yeah, that's it. So he
can pretty much make into any team as purely a batsman, but obviously it just adds in with his bowling asset as well. So.
Yeah. And that's one thing Heinrich always talks about is you got to be classed as an all-rounder. You've got to be able to get in the team as if you can't
right.
if you can't bowl, do you get in the team as a batter? And obviously Corey does. Same with Aniket for us. I mean, it's awesome if he's doing all three.
Yeah.
If he's batting and bowling, but he's good enough at being outside regardless. Same with Ollie Pringle. Pretty lucky to have those sorts of guys. Fanny Villiers is he's got that sort of talent with the bat.
Just needs to get going.
Yeah.
Probably just needs some time out in the middle.
Yeah. He was going really well for his early season, then he's kind of had sort of limited opportunities since.
That's right. Spiny de Villiers continues to bowl.
So we're getting a bit of stick in the comments for Aniket batting so low there.
That was early on.
Yeah. Is it fair enough as well?
As we see a full toss being launched. It's a good looking shot that gets 4 in the mid-wicket boundary. As Colin Ansell moves to 10, his first boundary. And the university score is 46 for 3 after 8.3.
Yeah, poor delivery, really. I found he's very, very good when he hits the pitch. He hits the pitch hard. Very, very difficult.
He's a hit-to-deck kind of bowler.
Yeah. He's
Gets a
someone.
bounce.
He's someone. I mean, so much ability, and he's someone who just needs to run and keep it really simple. Just run and hit the pitch hard. And that first over he ball went for 1 run in the power play, including taking a wicket.
Oh, that's a very good shot once again, and that's again funny, just sliding away on the leg side, and Colin Ansell just cashes on that. Back-to-back 4s here. And that 4 also brings up the university 50. So that's 50 for 3. Colin Ansell moves on to 14. 2 boundaries, 14 off 13. Corey Anderson started off in a similar sort of fashion. He was pretty much going out run a ball, and then cashed in later on with a few big sixes right in the end. So game on.
Yeah, well, Connor's doing well. He's just hitting good shots here. He's just taking what's being in. So it was a full toss and then one down the leg side, and he just picked it up nicely and just hit good shots. Again, T20 cricket gets a bit of a reputation. He's got to go out and whack it when actually you just hit good shots. Like Graham Park's just hit good shots as well since he's gone in. Got a nice boundary through the offside when he first went in. Not trying to do too much, and Connor's done the same thing. I think if he's hit those 2 boundaries, they're just bad balls, and he's just put them away.
That's the thing with T20 cricket, like just everything changes within 2 or 3 balls, and as we see a leading edge, but it falls safely between the fielders, and they pick up a single. Colin Ansell moves on to 15 as the score is 51 for 3 after 9 overs. Yeah, the momentum definitely shifts between the batting and the bowling team just within a space of 3 or 4 balls. So it's that's the slightest of margins that you have in T20 cricket.
Yeah, that's it. It's it's going to be just guess who's going to hold their nerve the best here. I think probably Will Somerville's couple of overs are going to be quite key.
It's going to be crucial.
Yeah, we'll sort of see.
2 overs basically, yeah. And what are some of the conversations that you have with the bowlers when they're out there? So what would be pretty much their targets when they're bowling, trying to defend a total?
I mean, you just keep picking up wickets. T20 again, it's like
Is it always bowling in partnerships? Is that one of the key?
I think that's probably more for your longer format. I think because I think in T20 you could be, you kind of just bowling in random 1 over blocks.
Yeah.
So I think you're doing your job in those 6 overs.
True.
And I think
as he goes for a big hoik, just misses the stump there.
Like for me, it's always work off. Well, how are we going to get a wicket here? Because, say, if you take University now, they're 3 down. If they're 3 down after 15 overs, they're going to win the game. If they're only 5 down, then they're going to win the game.
That's right.
So
it's all about wickets. In T20.
And then from there. So this is how I think I'm going to restrict him, or I'm going to get him out. So then we can set that field accordingly. Particularly with 130, if you had 210 on the board, it's you maybe look at it right. Okay, let's just make sure we're just getting hit to the sweepers. But I do think you need 50 over cricket in T20. I think we need to be you've got to be taking wickets, particularly when. That'd be interesting whether that's off the bat or it's a leg by.
Might be leg just buys. Just straight
won't
buys.
Be happy.
It's 1 for Hornet. -1 for Hornet.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm sure he's got a +5 somewhere after that catch.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic catch, that one. Athletic. On a day like today, when there's 2 matches on the same day, how do you basically go about it? Because it is essentially slightly different to a Jeff Crow Cup, because you're sort of giving it all during the T20 matches, and obviously there's more energy, there's more yeah, just a bit more of everything in the field out there. So how do you go about that?
Very, very, very tough to field twice in a row. Very, very tough. So I'm certainly hoping that in the second game we can be. We're batting first. It's very, very tough because it's an intense hour and 10.
That's right.
You're very, very tough, and other people say, "Well, why?" I mean, it's such a shorter time period than everything else. But you just go in all the time, and you've got to be switched on. There's things happening, and very tough to go. Then you kind of come off the field and then go and field again.
That's
would
right.
be real tough. It's going to be a little bit easier for us because we've got three players missing out in the second game. So Corey, Chappie, and Will. Not playing the second game, so we've got Keegan Russell, Flynn McGregor, something to do here watching this one, and then our keeper Harry Miller's playing in the reserves game. And luckily they're batting second. He's going to bat up top, and I mean hopefully for him he goes well and bats for a long period and gets some runs. But if not, as soon as he gets out, he's going to come over here. So in a way, that's probably going to help us. Some guys are going to be fresh, particularly have a bowler that hasn't had to come out and bowl in this one.
No, that's right, because it's on paper it just looks like 40 overs in the field, but it's completely different out there in the middle. Because 20 overs, it's full of intensity, and that's times 2. So that definitely takes the toll on the fielders and the bowlers when they're giving it their all.
Yeah,
it's well bowled there. Josh Fisher back into the attack.
Yeah. Josh goes massively. He doesn't go under the radar for us because we know how well he does, but. For me, he's absolutely good enough to be playing white ball T20s for the years. Basically bowls all of our hard overs, runs into the wind. He bowled at suburbs New Lynn. He bowled 22 overs pretty much straight into a massive breeze, bowling to guys like Finn Allen, Michael Barry, and he was creating things the whole way through. Swings it well. He's got good variations, good Yorker, and was a very, very good fielder. And he's batting 11 today, but can seriously bat as well. I think he's a very underrated cricketer, Josh, and his stats will never be as great because he does all the hard work for us. It's a lot easier if you can just run in with the wind, and
that's right.
That was Fish doesn't get the opportunity to do that very often. You say here he's
bit of a machine, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Good stuff.
Yeah. It's be interesting little period now because I'm sure they're pretty happy with how they are travelling.
Bit of a partnership here from university, and it's pretty much shaping a similar sort of thing to the Parnell innings as well. So a bit of a rebuild in process, and university are definitely on track. As we see the singles being taken. 56 for 3.
It's going to be sort of a case of what gives here a little bit because they're going to be with where the field's set. They're going to be able to take ones if they want them.
That's right.
It's whether they're happy just sort of will someone take a risk or will the bowler miss? So we're certainly in a game here.
Pretty much a 50-50 sort of situation at the moment. Yeah. Seems like it anyway. Are you happy being Parnell at this stage, or would you rather stay?
Yeah, much rather. Yeah. I think in terms of pure statistically, you'd much rather be in university's position just purely because you've got 7 wickets in hand going into the last 8 overs, and you only need sort of 7, 8 and over. At the same time, we've got some. Stats is only one thing. We've got some.
When you have a Wall Somerville in your bowling attack, that sort of changes this quite a bit.
Yeah, that's it. So
2 crucial overs left for Summers.
Yeah, and I certainly don't want to put it all on Summers as well because we've got some good bowlers. So.
Still picks up the single there. Will be another buys. Go down Hornets buys list.
Yeah.
59 for 3 after 11. Clark is on 20 off 23. As we see Aniket Parikh to continue. Aniket 9 runs off his first 2 overs. Economical there.
Particularly because his first ball went for 6.
That's right, it's a great comeback.
Yeah.
Just 3 of the next 11 deliveries. It's good stuff. And it's kind of picks up another single straight to long on. What are some of your favourite memories out here in Colin Maiden Park? Wesley?
Yeah, well, obviously I played here, so this was my club when I first got to New Zealand. I had a year playing Prems here, and we were actually, this is when the Aces were here, so we played on E Block.
Oh yeah.
It was a very, very good ground for a
facility as well.
Oh, geez, yeah. I mean, for a number 2 ground, that was out. It was the pitch was outstanding. It was hard work trying to bowl out here. I didn't know what I got myself into. Bowling with a kookaburra ball and an absolute flat one out on E Block all the time. But yeah, there was some good memories here, and then I sort of coached the women's team here pretty much from the start, with the likes of Katie Gurry, who's going really well now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she started with us when she was about 15. So obviously she dominated club cricket for still does for years and years and years, and it's good to see her doing that now in the professional ranks. I'm not surprised because she's a hard worker and stuff. And yeah, so that were probably something, particularly working with that girls' side, because we were started in we were mid-table in the reserves grade. And then ended up with sort of a pretty strong Premier team within a couple of years. So that was certainly some of my better memories. Yeah,
Fantastic
yeah.
stuff.
And then coached the 3s and 4s here as well, before moving on to Grafton. So yeah, a lot of good memories here.
Started your coaching career from university?
Yep. And so yeah, so it was
Age group cricket?
Yeah, it was it was
wide.
Yeah, it was the girls first, and then went on to the 3s and 4s the next year when I stopped playing, and then going from there. So it was.
It's great stuff.
Yeah.
As the score moves on to 64 for 3 after 12.
It's an interesting one now. We were 74 for 4 at this stage, but we also had 3 overs which didn't go so well at the back end. So yeah, we would. So it was 3, and yeah. So
how many runs in the last 3 or 4 overs?
Yeah, we only got 13 in the last 3 overs.
13, right?
And we were 4 down going into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's little opportunities for guys down the order. Like if you can go in and you can get 15 not out, that's an opportunity, and that's what gets you up the order the next time. It's good learnings. The good thing is there's a lot of T20 cricket played now in club cricket. And you used to kind of have the three games an artificial, just before Christmas, and that was sort of it.
Yeah.
Whereas like now you've got a full sort of program, so which I think is really good, really really enjoyable, and particularly having days like this is fantastic. We've got quite a lot of Parnell juniors are here. Watching, and I think it's got a little bit to do with some of the guys that are playing for us. I don't think they'll all hang around and watch the second game when none of them are playing. But
not too bad. 4 aces featuring in today's lineup.
Yeah,
as we see one of the aces coming back into the bowling attack. Will Somerville is back in the attack now. These are crucial overs now for Parnell.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we definitely want to keep taking wickets. We'll see what happens. Colin's playing pretty well and rotating nicely. Graham Clark's doing the same thing.
As we see straight. Oh, that's a great crab. That is a very good catch.
And that's what I was saying about Josh Fisher is, again, like you don't see that on the stats, but he's one of the better fielders going around, and we've got a pretty good field inside, and Josh is the best in our side, and that's a big call because we've got a lot of good fielders, and that's pretty huge. That
it's a massive wicket that breaks the partnership, and new batsman in the crease. So 65 for 4. Game on.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Game on. So it's at 66 to win off 8, so it's basically halfway.
There you go.
Yeah.
It still seems to be quite a sticky wicket. That the ball's just holding up now and then, especially for the spinners. It's going to be 2 crucial overs from Will Somerville.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they play it, because obviously Clark's on strike now. Whether he'll just look to rotate and try and take maybe 8 or 9 out of Will's overs. Or whether they'll try and take him on, because obviously Summers is also bowling with the short. It's not a short boundary, but it's not massive, and the wind's coming this way. So these are the kind of ones you target out of the boundary over there. It's so big. Like I said, talking to our guys, we probably should look more 2s over there rather than trying to clear it, because it's a big hit. And even with somebody like Fanny de Villiers who hits it further than anybody, that's a big hit into the wind. So. And
that brilliant catch by Josh Fisher ends the innings for Conor Ansell for 23.
It's a good innings that from Connor. Yeah, we're disappointed not to
cash on after the start.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Back to square one again for University now. So again, the new batsman Lowe would just be looking to rotate the strike and give as much strike as possible to Clark.
It would be interesting to see how Jono goes, because Jono's a bit of a ball striker, so would be interesting. Obviously not on strike here, but yeah, it would be interesting to see how he goes about it. 'Cause I'm not,
Bit on the shorter side, but straight to the fielder at deep square leg.
Yeah, well, I was sort of chatting. Obviously, I've got some connections in the UK, and I sort of sent a message to one of the guys at Yorkshire just saying, how do you go about bowling at Graham Clark, because they've played a lot against him, same as we're playing against Hassan Azad from Leicestershire this afternoon, who's playing for Ellerslie. So it was good to get some thoughts from guys who've played against him. And we see the lads talked about particularly his spinners bowling quick into the pads, because he's got a good slog sweep, plays spin pretty well. So that's why Summers is bowling just a little bit, and Summers likes that sort of info, likes the scouting info.
Yeah.
So that's probably why you see him bowling a little bit quicker and straighter at someone like Graham.
Oh, just falling short of the fielder at short mid-wicket. That's the captain, Brad Rodden.
He's another good fielder, yeah. So it'd be interesting now to see how John O'Lowe goes about it, because he's a bit of a ball striker, so whether he tries to take Summers on or...
What's the field looking like? So we've got long off, long on back, deep mid-wicket. No one on the deep square boundary, so nothing short.
You've gone the four fielders, only four fielders out.
And that's straight to the fielder at square leg. That's Ollie Pringle grabs it.
So
and Summers picks up a second wicket now.
Yeah, so I'm not sure it's a wicket you can go in and just play shots like that.
That's
what
right.
I'm sort of thinking, yeah.
As we saw, once again, the ball sort of just stops. And it's just hard to cash in early on. You pretty much have to get used to the wicket and used to the pace of the ball, and then go for the big shots later on. As we see the end of Low. University lose their fifth, so it's 66 for 5. The momentum shifts back to Parnell once again.
Yeah, so you've got to keep picking up wickets, and look, I still think we've got to. I mean, yeah, Graham Clark's probably the real key now. And so Nick Stobart, when he played for Grafton, actually did very, very well with the bat. He was actually a real big hitter who would go in and hit it. I've noticed I think he's probably trying to play a bit more sensibly. He was sort of a little bit hit and miss. He certainly used to hit a really big ball.
Yeah.
So he hasn't done that as much lately. But again, it'll be interesting to see how he goes about it. It's innings, because it's probably not the type of pitch you can go in and just do that.
As we just see a bunch of kids just giving the drinks to, I think that could be Junior Somerville and a few other juniors.
There's three brothers over there. There's the McCullough brothers, who all play for Parnell at various age. Two of them did play in the same team. Jack McCullough is only 9 years old and played in the under-11s last year and was the player of the year. So he's a pretty handy cricketer, and his brother Tom's a good cricketer as well. And then
there you go.
Yeah, and it looks like the other one is a lad called Finn Hill, who's another good cricketer over there. So they come down and support the lads quite a lot.
Fantastic. And that's the end of the Somerville over. So 2 wickets in that over changes the complexion of the match completely. So that from 66, from 63 odd to for 3, the score is now 66 for 5. 67 for 5, correction. 13 overs gone, 7 overs to go. Somerville 3 overs, 9 runs and 2 wickets. Aniket Parikh to continue bowling. This is the last over now. So 3 overs for 15. Yet to pick up a wicket, but he's bowling well. Looks like he's just keeping on the right areas and not giving too much away.
Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't really be going for boundaries from this end, because he's.
That's right. Just as we say, it's slightly on the shorter side, but they've got protection out in the deep.
Yeah.
Straight to Ollie Pringle at deep cover.
And that's just a single. Fastest fielders out there in those positions, just to try and cut down those two. So you got Josh Fisher at long on and Andy Lane, so they're pretty good at cutting those down.
Yeah.
We're looking at pretty much everyone can film. The only one that's really just because of the throwing is Corey kind of has to be in the ring, just because he's not quite back to full throw. He can throw, but he's limited a little bit.
As we see a full toss, and that's well fielded by the long on fielder. It's good running there. Pick up 2. Who's there on the long on boundary?
So Josh Fisher again.
Josh Fisher again.
He just hit that nicely in the gap there, rather than.
That's right.
It's sort of one of them. You've either got to be in the gap or you've got to try and hit to about the 30-metre circle to try and get that too.
It's well placed, yeah.
Yeah, we've got plenty of options. A couple of big balls in this over as well now with Stobart on strike. Will he
That's
try
well
and
bowled.
take it on?
Very well bowled, varying the pace, and just the slower you bowl, the harder it is to hit in this type of wicket. 74.5 after 13.3.
The last ball of the over was
It's well bowled once again.
quite.
Well kept by Ben Horn.
It's Nick Stobart and Aniket Parikh were teammates at Grafton for a season, so they know a bit about each other.
Bit of banter between the two guys, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, Stobart's a real good guy, and he won't meet a nicer guy than Aniket. So they're
Needs the captain's knock from here just to take them home.
Yeah, so
Next Stobart.
we've pushed it over to 61 off 6 now, so we're so we're at 10s. I think normally in a T20 you go, yeah, sweet, that's good. We'll take that. Obviously, again, the boundary size here, the slowness of the pitch, also the club match ball itself is a factor because it's not easy just to go in and just whack it. If anything, I think
right.
probably like power play, you're almost looking to try and take advantage of it. It's sort of like how we used to do it with the Duke ball when we used the Duke in the T20 on the artificial pitches. When I was at Grafton my first year, we tried to build an innings, and it was actually the worst thing you could do because the Duke ball would just fly off the bat. So we used to send Alan Burton in, and he used to just run at everything and just swing as hard as he could, and it would fly all over the place. It was quite hard to defend, and it's I wonder if that might be a bit of a factor here as well. The club match ball, quite hard to get away.
That's right. An interesting change in bowling again. So it's Ollie Pringle back into the attack as we move into the last 6 overs. University 72 for 5 after 14.1.
Yeah, I mean, Ollie's normally
Maybe a change of ends for some of them?
Yeah, potentially. I wonder if it's just to try and save him now. So we've got a couple of new batsmen in.
And then Cashin in the last 2 or 3 overs. Oh, that's well bowled. Just ball short.
I wonder if is that a bye or a...
Oh, another on
Yeah.
for Ben Horn. He won't be happy with that.
Yeah.
3 byes so far. But he's kept really well. Obviously that catch was stand out.
Yeah.
Can't really do too much about those. That
It's
pretty much had the bad bounce there.
Yeah, it was just a slow ball, and obviously Ollie hasn't sort of given the signal, so Ben wasn't able to come up. Ollie might probably it's more a Yorker sort of a.
Good looking shot there, but straight to the long on fielder and just a single.
I mean, if you are gonna go, you would be going from this end, in terms of trying to hit boundaries.
Yeah.
Is that talked about in the team talks as well? Just
Yep.
a target for when you're fielding, just to try and save those boundaries out there when you're bowling from the other end?
Yeah, well, it was the big. There's another wicket.
Oh, that's a wicket.
So Hornet came up a little bit there.
There you go. That might be Hornet's fourth catch.
Yeah. But Ben Horn actually took the most catches for us last season, which if you think about that, when he only played about 8 games for us.
That's incredible.
Wow. He kept coming out every time the Aces didn't have a game. He would come and then he would go on the field and field for us.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure whether people would have been happy about, and then he would put himself, obviously, because he's a Horn, he was all over the place. He put himself in all the positions, and I mean, it was one game he took 3 catches as a sub fielder.
Wow.
And that's how he ended up with, even though I think he only played about 8 games, but ended up with something ridiculous like 20 odd catches for us. Just
I've only always basically seen him wicket keep. But where does he normally field when Harry Miller's back in?
wherever he's all over the place, mate. You can't
Just
really.
loves fielding, yeah.
You can't really.
Just loves it.
His comment to me the other week was, I said, "Oh, look, we need you to. Probably could do with you bowling. So could you, if you can play as a bowler, that would be good." And he said, "Oh,
He's a handy bowler, isn't he?
yeah." I said, "Oh." I'm really happy to do that, but I don't think I can field for 50 overs. I get 2 boards. He goes,
It's
well,
one of
what
those there.
Yeah.
It's full of energy. It just needs one way or the other to control the energy as well.
He
It's
asked
great
if
stuff.
he asked if he could start off keeping, and when he was needed to bowl, then keep wicket, and then go back to then bowl, and then go back to keep. I said, no, we're not playing under 7s, mate. You're either bowling or you're keeping. But no, it's all it's brilliant. He's just absolutely loves it, playing for Parnell, and that's the great thing with all of our Aces guys. They just love coming back. You see, Summers picking up a wicket there, and he's celebrating as much as when he takes a wicket for the Black Caps. It's pretty cool to see. There's Christy O'Brien, former Parnell.
Former Papatoi.
Yeah, former Papatoi, former Parnell.
Yeah, that's right. I couldn't recognise him because he came up here and he's like he said that we played cricket together. I was like, oh my God, it's Christy. Last time I saw him, he was a 14-year-old kid, I think, without any sort of beard or anything at all. So now he's got long hair with full beard. So.
He's a really good lad, Christy. I think it was a really good move for him coming here because we had Ben obviously around at times and then Harry Miller, and Christy was playing in our reserves. And I think for him, he's been he was the Auckland under-19 keeper not too long ago. Very good keeper and very good man. I thought this was a real good move. I mean, obviously didn't want to lose him from Parnell, but I thought a real good move for him to come here, play Premier Cricket, get a good opportunity with the bat.
That's right. As we see the end of that over, 15 overs, 76 for 6. Successful over that for Ollie.
Just pushing it up to 11s now. So
Ollie 3 for 12.
Yep.
Snuck in 3 wickets there.
Yeah.
And a catch as well.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
good day for him.
Yeah, good day. Ollie's a very, very good cricketer. Probably just because the Aces were strong last year, Ollie was pretty unlucky to not play for the Aces last year. I mean, in red ball cricket, like white ball cricket, he's got some things some areas he could really improve on. Not so much with the ball, he's very good, very skillful. But in terms of the red ball, he's an outstanding performer and bowls at short road every week.
Yeah. We see a chain of bowling now for the first time. Mark Chapman. Chappie's in the bowling attack now, bowling the 16th over.
Yeah.
So Summers has one more over to go.
Yeah, Summers has got one. I'm sure we would like Chappie to get through a couple here.
That's right.
So we have Farney bowled He's a little bit inconsistent. So he's bowled 2 overs. 1 over was very, very good. The other over wasn't so great. So it's there's a chance for Chappie now because we kind of have got 2 overs.
Yeah.
To find here. I'm sure Josh Fisher, Ollie's got one more. He'll definitely bowl one of the remaining 4. So will Summers. Josh Fisher's got one, but there's a chance for Chappie to bowl a couple of overs here as well.
That's right.
And they'll be looking to build some. See how Christie goes.
Yeah, it's well played. Just running towards the third man boundary, and that's 4. Just use the pace on that. Very well placed. Score moves to 81 for 6, and that's Christie's first 4.
Yeah, good shot then. I wonder if maybe the line wasn't quite right because Corey's quite square there.
The O'Brien brothers, they used to play together quite a bit. Pepitone, Rory and Christie.
Yeah, and both moved across to Parnell, had a couple of seasons there, and then both came here last year. And Rory's a good move for both of them to get plenty of cricket in Premier Cricket because is
he playing at the moment?
Rory's playing. Yeah, I mean he's played a few Premier games this year. I've seen his name on the list there. Yeah.
Nice. He was a very good blokes, both of them.
Yeah,
just loves cricket at the same time. And Rory, left arm orthodox, I think.
Yeah. And then the dad as well. He's a great guy as well.
Oh yeah.
So, always. It's good guys.
Paul O'Brien, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
So didn't want to lose any of them from Parnell, but I think good moves for these guys. And
did a bit of age group coaching. Great people to have around in a team.
Yeah. So we've got the last ball of the over coming up now. 7 gone from it.
83 for 6.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Whether Christie has a go here or whether he's happy to take a 1 to finish off.
It's well bowled by Chappie. Straight back to the bowler.
Yeah, Chappie's another one who's desperate to do well when he plays for Parnell. He absolutely loves getting involved and playing. So
It sure helps having all the Aces players who are basically big team players.
Yeah.
Not massive individuals in any of the. I don't think any of the Aces guys are big personalities as such. Just massive team players and just love to get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you've got, obviously Chappie and Hornet played their junior cricket along with Lockie at Parnell.
As you see a single being taken. Will Somerville back into the attack, replacing Ollie Pringle. And another change in the com box. As we see Panihira back into the commentary, replacing Ian West, who had to go for some, I guess, some sort of... Oh, that's a...
Game's certainly changed since I was last here, but...
And that's caught. So Chrissy O'Brien.
It's actually quite a good catch there. Two fielders converging. Threat
Ollie
of a
Pringle.
collision, but yeah. Pringle
There's Ollie's second catch there.
It's good stuff.
5 wickets under his name. That set batsman is still the key. You definitely think that while he's still out there, anything could still happen. But yeah, Parnell all over University at the moment.
And what's that? Will Somerville, third wicket.
Third wicket for Summers. 3 each for
Fantastic.
Somerville and Ollie Pringle. As I see the new batsman walking out, Jeet Patel. He bowled quite well early on.
He does. He's bowled well all season, actually. And, a couple of fifers, and 2-day cricket, and you always see his name in the short scorecards. So he's doing well with the ball, and maybe he can do something here with the bat and help Graham Clark steer this home.
That's right. Summers drops it short, but that's a beautiful shot. And it's racing away towards the cover boundary. That's well fielded.
It's a long boundary out there. And
That is a long boundary. That's
fantastic chase.
fielded by
Good running though.
skipper Brad Rudden, is it? Yeah, looks like him.
He grabbed 3 there. It's good running.
It's fantastic running. Wow.
Yeah, a bit short there from Somerville and cut away, but he's experienced enough to get a couple dots in at the new batsman here, I'd imagine.
Great figures so far. 3.3, 13 for 3. Take that any day. It's well bowled once again. Misses out on that. It's a dot ball.
Yeah, Patel got quite low there, but he couldn't quite
Went for the sweep.
paddle it on his way. Yeah,
Pedal sweep.
I reckon he's going to try it again here. There is a man back out on the 45 boundary, but
That's right.
good wrist work there, and he's put him to the gap.
Fantastic shot. Oh, that is a great piece of fielding there. That was fantastic work in the deep. That was good cricket all around.
Yeah, it was. Interesting to see.
Oh. Whew. Close call that, but no, great cricket all around. As we see
That's
another
out.
shot. And that's
Yep,
straight to
that
the
is
deep
out.
mid-wicket boundary, and that sees the end of Graham Clark there.
Somerville really making hay now. Using his leg side boundary fielders to perfection. I think it's the 3rd wicket he's taken now.
It's the 4th wicket now. So Summers 4.
With wickets on the boundary. Might be, yeah, whatever it is, it's fantastic bowling. Is that end of his spell, is it? 4 for 16.
4 for 16. That's fantastic. That sees the end of the set batsman in Graham Clark. University 90 for 8. It's going to be a steep task to go away with a win for University now, you would think.
Yeah, looks like Parnell winning streak will reach double figures. 10 from 10 to start the season. So, but there are still 18 deliveries here, and
That's right, anything could happen. But yeah, Parnell well and truly on top at the moment. As we see Mark Chapman to continue.
I guess we get to that point in the game where we start asking, what's for lunch?
That's right.
No, Shavit, what's for lunch?
What is for lunch? Unsure. A few good restaurants around here. Might just grab a bite or two from, I see a Bruce Lee sushi there. Could be us.
Paid sponsorship there for you boys, is it?
Mark Chapman's first over went for 7 runs. Well, Somerville will take that momentum going into the Ashes game tomorrow. So 4 for 16 today.
Yeah, speaking of the Aces, it looks like Glenn Phillips has taken Howard Pakuranga to victory with 43 not out.
43 off 29, 2 sixes and 3 fours.
It's just good to see the Aces boys getting a bat.
That's right.
it's been a while.
And that's
for
well
them.
placed there. You'll be looking for 2. Easy 2.
Yeah, it's been a while since the Aces boys have had the willow in hand. A bit of rain around, but it's good to see them in club cricket as well.
That's right. As Jasmine goes, cuts away for 2 runs, and he goes again. Straight to the deep cover fielder there. Just a single this time. University 93 for 8.
Looks like Suburbs are going to go 3 from 3 as well. North Shore's chase has faltered quite considerably, and looks like Suburbs will get a big boost to their net run rate as well.
Suburbs have a pretty stacked batting lineup today.
I did, yeah, and similar to the Parnell lineup, really.
That's right, yeah.
When their aces are available, they're
Well
hard to
bowled
beat.
by Mark Chapman once again. That's right.
Let's see if QMU...
If they can make it 3 from 3.
Yeah, let's see if they've grabbed that third win.
And he goes for a big hoik, and he misses it. Another dot ball for Mark Chapman.
It's not quite finished at Te Two Park there, but QMU...
It's a close game, that. 112 for 4.
What
Chasing
do
169 for the win.
What do they need? 50, 57 from 3 overs. It's not that close at all, I would say, Shovik.
57 from... Oh, is it 3? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 3
That's not
overs.
close.
But amazing. QMU.
QMU. Could be 3
from
from
3. Fantastic.
Fantastic. That's great to see. Oh, and he's
He stood on his stumps there.
stood on the stumps.
Mark
That's a hit
Chapman,
wicket.
Beneficiary.
Chappie would take that. A tubby in the wicket column there for
Very
Mark
rare
Chapman.
that you see a hit wicket.
94 for
Let's take
9
a
now.
look. Yeah, his front foot trying to get the ball square behind the wicket and stood on the stumps. So Uni down to their final wicket.
.94 for 9. Just 2 overs to go now.
The results keep coming through. It looks like Takapuna are also going to be 3 from 3.
Robbie O putting in a few cheeky overs there.
Yeah, just no wicket yet for him, but so Ryan Gwynn's taken 4 for 14. And Ryan Whelan 3 for 19, so
There you go.
Takapuna.
As we see the last batsman walking out into the middle.
Looks like East Coast Base 206 for 7 is going to stand up, as expected, I'd imagine. 113 for 8, Birkenhead in reply. Let's see who's got wickets for Birkenhead, for East Coast Bays. A couple for Louis Dalport, opening the bowling.
Delport 2 for 32, bit on the expensive side, but you take the 2 wickets.
2 for 10, Josh van der Sand. Impressive on Thursday night as well, actually. So
And Josh Fisher comes back into the attack.
Josh is all around.
Josh is all around, that's right. Single to University. 95 for 9.
Let's see what's your old club Papatoa got. Well,
Papatoa.
looks like they're going to get up there. Cornwall will require 25 from the final over with 26 on the final over with 3 wickets in hand.
Josh Plummer, 3 for 8.
3 for 8.
That's fantastic work. As we see another single picked up and straight too long off.
It's a disappointing chase from Cornwall there. But let's take a look at the game
that's well
behind
bowled.
us, which was evenly poised earlier. Ian Roskell stormed home by 3 wickets. No, that's the wrong game. Let's
Good
take
bowling
a
here
look.
from Josh Fisher out in the middle.
Let's go. Well, that's finally poised, that one.
LSE versus Eden Roskell.
Yeah, 11 balls remaining. 9 balls remaining, and Eden Roskell require 14 runs. 3
That's
wickets
another
in
good
hand.
ball from Josh Fisher. Yorked him. Currently play too many shots with bowling like that. Straight in the block hole.
You have to say Fisher probably deserves a wicket here.
That's right.
Fielded outstandingly, and he's done his job with the ball. Just built the pressure up, and it would be nice if he could finish with a wicket.
University 4 away from getting to the 100. 3 away, actually. Dropped in short, but misses out. And it's a dot ball.
1 over to go here at Colin Maiden Park.
1 over to go and 23 more to get.
34 more to get, mate.
34, yes. 34 of the last over. 6 sixes.
Can be done.
6 sixes. That would be some finish.
Certainly would be.
Mark Chapman to continue. Bowling his 3rd over.
Wasn't his day with the bat, but he could walk off the field here with a couple of wickets. A bit of extra bounce there.
Another dot ball. Misses out on that. Good length there from Chappie. In the deep mid-wicket region. It's very well bowled once again,
slick
and that
keeping, and
might
that is
just
out.
be another stumping. And that's the end of the match. So University, 99 all out. And that's a win for Parnell. To make it 10 wins in a row this season already. It's a fantastic winning streak that they've started off with. We hope you enjoy the coverage. We'll be back again in the New Year's. January 11th would be our next one for some live streaming. Before that, obviously, there would be some Ace in the Hearts action out at Oval. We hope to join you there. Ace in the Hearts back-to-back double headers on the 30th December, followed by the 1st of Jan, and then the 4th of Jan. And then the last home double header would be on the 10th of Jan, and hopefully we get a semi-final or a home final later on. But it's been a pleasure to bring you the coverage today. Hope you enjoyed it.
And from
See you for
me,
next time.
Merry Christmas and have a safe and happy holidays.
Great work.